This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. You hear that? It's the sound of your racing thoughts, keeping you from falling asleep or stopping you from enjoying your life. If your thoughts won't give you a rest, it might be time to talk through them in therapy. Visit betterhelp.com/allies to try it out.
Hello, welcome to the Easy Allies podcast. I'm Daniel Bloodworth, coming to you from Los Angeles, California. This week I'm joined by Brad Ellis.
Hello.
Michael Huber.
Greetings.
Michael Damiani.
What's up?
In the control room, we got Isla Hink.
Salutations.
Dawn Casanova.
He waves.
And Gabby Montu.
She waves too.
Friends, we're here to talk about some of the biggest headlines in video games this week. There's so much stuff. This is like, the smorgasbord. Like, a lot of weeks, I'm like, what the heck we're going to talk about? Because I'm like just trying to find interesting topics. And like this week is like, I'm trying to sort through the just like flood of Gamescom announcements and news and fun times.
Cataclysmic, dude.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. We'll get into release dates. Like, I just got a list of release dates for you.
I don't want them. I don't want them, Bloodworth.
I think 80% in October. But also, Sony announced the price of the new PSP. Xbox is making wraps.
It's funny.
And we've got last month's sales report. And yeah, far too many release dates. But before we get started, we must answer mistakes we made in last week's episode. Isla, begin corrections music, please. Boop. Damiani, you attributed both previous South Park games to Obsidian. However, The Fractured But Whole was developed by Ubisoft San Francisco.
Ah, okay.
With assistance from other Ubisoft teams.
Great
Cool.
correction.
Honest correction.
10 out of 10 correction. Blue collar correction.
Brad,
Yes.
last week's South Park game reminded you of a Minecraft spinoff. You're reaching in the dark trying to get that name. Minecraft Dungeons.
That was it. What did we say? Did we say
You said
Legends?
Legends, which
Okay.
is the more
yeah,
RTS
it's Dungeons. Yeah.
style game.
Honest correction.
You got a great one.
Great correction.
Yeah.
Yes, Isla did say that.
Haha!
2 weeks back, Isla absolutely brought up the prices for Red Dead Redemption on Xbox 360, and we made the comparison in that moment. Sorry, Isla.
Hey, I forgive you. That's all right. It's validating, honestly.
And hey, totally fair to correct statements submitted in love and respect questions in games, but yeah, they're not going to make the cut. Just FYI. Keep that for the other commenters.
What
Send it to the
happened,
comment.
dude?
It was
What
a
happened?
sell.
There were some
Jesus.
things about the game last week. Some Pokemon things and some other things.
Something was
etc.
said.
Yeah. Well, just corrections. Just some standard corrections.
Yo, I don't mess with Pokemon fans. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
I got no quarrel.
I'm afraid of them.
Pokemon
Yeah.
and One Piece. Just
I'm afraid of them.
keep your distance. Dude.
Right.
You know?
But if you have a correction, leave it in the YouTube comments on either the public version or the patron version of this episode. Start with the word correction so I can find it in search, and leave a timestamp so I can figure out what the heck we were talking about. Like with that Isla thing. End corrections music.
Boop.
All right, we're started off with the big Gamescom presentation, then we'll get into some other Gamescom news. It's going to be kind of loose and dirty. I kind of grabbed some things that I thought were big highlights. We're definitely not going through everything. And then once I kind of like go through what I cherry picked, if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, we'll go for it. Top, number 1, Alan Wake 2. We finally got to see some of Alan Wake's side of the story, some Alan Wake gameplay, and then some of the live action stuff.
Yeah.
Huber, what are you thinking?
Fucking hyped. So hyped. I loved the atmosphere of this Alan section. Just the rainy, dirty streets of New York, the claustrophobic subway. It just looked gorgeous. Just had such good atmosphere. That was the main takeaway.
Yeah.
Combat looked like Alan Wake style, shine the light on him, make him vulnerable,
But there are a
blast
lot
him away.
of those shadows.
There
So
were.
it was like they would have like a crowd of guys, and he would
Yeah.
take one out and then just like run through the rest of them.
Yeah.
And to be clear, so there's the trailer, which we'll put up here, but then IGN and some other outlets have had like full gameplay demos that they're showing off.
Cue that up in your other window if you so desire.
Yeah, but we won't rip their footage
Yeah.
for this, but
I guess it's a little on me too. I was expecting, just because of the way Remedy is, just with how like wild their stories and everything gets, and just what they were saying and how they were keeping Alan's gameplay close to the chest. I was expecting maybe for it to be dramatically different than Saga's, but it still looked similar, you know?
Yeah.
Walking through, creeping through.
in some ways.
In some ways, I know it's going to be different, and you know, I obviously need to get in there and see more and feel more, you know, because the device he has can dramatically change things. He has this weird like blowtorch looking thing that will like make reality kind of like shift. Like there was a subway, it was blocked, and then he did it, and then it opened.
Yeah,
And it kinda like- it's like
I don't
reality
know, because
altering.
Did you watch the IGN one, or did you watch one
All
I
of it.
linked? Okay. Because what we want to get to in this is there's this thing, because he's got like this office that he goes back to, kind of like with it Evil Within.
Yeah.
And there's a thing in there called the plot board.
Yeah. She has that too, though, so.
Does she have
yeah,
that too?
Yeah.
Huh.
Pretty
Well, I don't
sure,
understand
yeah.
that. But anyways, but he says because he's trapped in.
You can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm 99%
He's
sure.
trapped in the nightmare, and
Yeah.
so when you get to like a new location or whatever, it adds that location to the plot board, and then he can like drag things on top of it to like change it. So like what you're saying is like he would drag something onto the photo of the scene on the plot board, and then like a new path, like this block tunnel, would open up,
Yeah.
and you would see like this live action thing of somebody typing. Like he rewrote
Love that.
the scene.
Yeah.
And so there's like a lot of different little things like that, and they're really just playing into that psychological nature of like,
Yeah.
he has whatever's going on, he has somehow written this or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't even talk about the story show. They're talking about like cults and shit. Like, whoa, what is going on here?
Yeah, there was one thing where like
Yeah.
he like dragged the thing on there for like a ritual, and
Yeah.
like, freaky stuff started happening.
Yeah. Like, Wake. Some like cult leader, Alan Wake. Like, what are you talking about?
The environment in this though was really impressing me, Huber, because
Unbelievable environments.
they also lean into that idea that like this is all constructed from his mind or whatever the lore is behind it.
Yeah.
But like there's all of these like subway posters
Yeah.
and graffiti and
Nope.
like even the signs for the subway lines,
Yeah.
like they're all like messages like to
Like, don't
him.
wake up, or like stay awake or something. Like stay awake street. It was like one of those.
Yeah. So no, the subway sign
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like it started like when it was dark. It said, "Don't sleep again."
Yeah.
And then a light turned on, and it turned into "Stop riding, Wake."
Yeah. So hype.
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger, dude.
yeah.
The
The first thing I asked Gabby, New York native, was if the Metro card was
Oh.
an accurate representation, and she was like, "Yeah, it's close, really close."
Nice.
Like, all right.
There's some posters that's like that were like, you know, kind of like how you have your movie billboards, you know, or whatever. There's like, it's not like your stories are any good.
Damn, dude. Disgruntled fan.
Yeah.
And then don't write, return scratch, die here, die here.
Mr. Scratch.
Yeah, all this stuff.
Return Scratch.
Yeah, and like, and I don't know. It seems like Scratch got out or something. He's wreaking havoc somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
what's
yeah.
happened.
That old Gods of Asgard nod too at the end of the trailer in the live action.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
goes
The
onto the-
band that's on the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get to
So
he
great.
gets teleported. He doesn't seem to understand what's going on. He just sort of like wakes up in the dressing room of this late night show.
So cool. The environments, dude. Oh my god.
And so you see it at first where it's like it's still in like game engine.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to live action of him walking out on stage, and he's still just like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, my new book is out. I didn't know I had a new book.
Like every game they've ever made, the environments are just god tier. You know, you think of Max Payne back then. Like I remember that restaurant level in Max Payne when the whole building goes up in flames, or like Quantum Break, some of the stuff like going into like the warehouse where like the big time machine devices or like the office buildings, and like obviously Alan Wake 1, just like cozy little diners and gas stations, and then obviously the Federal Bureau of Control is like one of the best environments. Woo! So just like, oh, I cannot wait.
Yeah, I was really impressed with the live action stuff.
Yeah.
So I know they've been flirtatious with that throughout, like for a while. They've done it in Control. It was there too, but I feel like it seemed to transition a lot better this time around and a lot stronger. Like in Quantum Break, it was so a different approach of like you watch a TV episode.
So jarring, yeah.
And it was just like really drawn
so
out.
separate.
Yeah, it felt so this like is weaving in, I feel like way better.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that.
Well,
Especially, Brad, in this gameplay. I don't know if you watched this
No,
one.
I didn't see that.
Dude, the transition is incredible. When he just like all of a sudden wakes up, it's gameplay. He's in the back of the talk show room, the waiting room or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he like goes out, curtains, like opens the curtains, and all of a sudden he's on the stage
Cool.
live action.
That's sick,
It
dude.
was so cool.
It reminds me of like PS1 era of like cutscene when you do something. That's so cool.
But I think because you do see like snippets of live action stuff that like interposed over things like a thing with
of
the
course.
typewriter.
Yeah.
And I think that like it all just feeds so well into that whole thing of like you're rewriting your reality and like
yeah.
what is any of this real or what is happening? Like, how does it all work? And just like, that constant questioning.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think like going back and forth between the engine and the live action actually like really works very well for this.
There's a Night Springs nod too. There was like a sign that said Night Springs.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah.
I'm really happy for Remedy. They feel like they're in like the highest elevate or like highest amount of renown they've been for a while. Like I mean,
Ever.
of course, Remedy's been well known and liked for a long time, but it just feels like they've broken through a lot more.
Yep.
Yeah.
So-
I think
Yeah,
Control
especially because
really
of
did
Alan
it.
Wake, because
Yeah.
it got freaking canceled. Like,
Yeah.
I encourage everyone out there, check that out. Back in the day, when I think it was Polygon broke it, when they released the like 10-minute gameplay of the canceled Alan Wake 2. Do you remember that video? It's
I
crazy.
don't know if I saw the video.
Yeah, like that gameplay is like out there. So, yeah, just like that thing canceled, then them taking like a huge gamble on the live action, like Quantum Break, partnering with Xbox, trying to sell that. But yeah, dude, Alan Wake is back, and potentially better than ever.
Yeah, it feels
Guaranteed
like
better
a
than ever.
great time for them.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Next highlight. We won't show this because I don't want this podcast getting age restricted. Mortal Kombat 1. Those reactions got locked down.
Wow.
But we got General Shao,
Yeah.
because he's not a Khan,
Yeah.
right? It's not Shao Kahn.
Totally.
Oh, that's what I was confused
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
And Sindel, along with cameo versions
Yeah.
of Motaro and Shujinko, who I'm not as familiar with.
Do you have the info about the board game?
I have it. Yeah, I've got some stuff
Give
here.
us that is. I need all the info. Yes, you heard about this?
No.
Does Don know about this? There's a freaking board game.
So this is on PlayStation Vlog,
Yes.
if you want to go check it out. They didn't get
He knows about it.
super
Yeah.
deep into it, but
Yeah.
in addition to the story mode, they have what they call invasion mode.
This is what we're getting instead of Shaolin Monks,
Yeah.
and it sounds fucking awesome.
So
that's
you
not a
explore
slight.
like a RPG map that's similar to a board game. You have a party of characters. You have equipment. You have loot. You're going up against hordes of enemies. You
Leveling
unlock
up.
new areas. You have in-game currency with a K.
Of course,
Whoa.
classic with a K.
And you unlock concept art and other stuff that can be used in other modes as well as that mode. And as they said, it's going to be like constantly updating.
Yeah.
Sort of like the
Did they
crypt and stuff.
did they show any footage of this?
They showed one screenshot.
Like combat, like how that works. Is it like
On the-
a transition to 1v1, or is it like a roll of dice and it kind of plays out kind of thing?
The only thing I saw on the blog, Brad, was like an overhead shot of the board, and that was it. That's what they
Okay.
showed.
I imagine that the board will probably be like Smash Brothers, like when you're going around the map and like you would go to a thing
like
and then
the
you would get
spirits
into
mode?
a fight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then maybe the equipment would be something like it, like how it plays out in Injustice, that kind of thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's my guess.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah, yeah.
guess.
I think that's a good
MK Party next?
Yeah, totally. Oh, there it is.
But
Was it? There it is. Yeah.
little gif.
oh wow, they got a little bit.
Isla.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I can just-
Okay,
There's
yeah. So it
one
loads
little
into a
gif.
fight, like you said. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shaolin monks on the table still.
And they talked about you would be like invading other realms and conquering them. There's going to be like different mini games like the towers and test your
Oh,
might
sweet. That's
and
fun.
stuff in there too.
Yeah, I feel like Mortal Kombat's always had really good single player content.
Totally.
Good.
Or one of the better ones.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
Injustice as well had
Yeah.
such good single player stuff.
Has any MK game had player housing?
Player house,
Dude,
Johnny Cage's house is pretty
Dude,
cool.
like trophies and shit. Like the fatalities, like
Or, you know, it reminded me of the old like NFL games, like 2K in the mid 2000s. You would have like your room or whatever that you could put like trophies and stuff in. Yeah, something like that.
dude, yeah, you win, you get like a palace in like Outworld or something, dude.
Dude.
Yeah. Decorate your palace.
Why are you doing this to me? That sounds sick.
But back to that trailer, even though we can't show it. I mean,
Yeah.
like, your impressions, like, I'm like looking at Sindel and I'm like, we need like Bayonetta as a guest character. We need those two
Yeah.
to go head to head.
Yeah.
hair
The hair wars.
Honestly, Bloodworth. Honestly. Yeah, I mean, it continues to look excellent. You know, what more can you say about it? Like, the biggest thing to me is the cameo fighters, obviously. Just that trailer showing, like, how different some of
Yeah.
those attacks were. Same character kind of coming
Motaro
in.
coming in there with the shield.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The shield, like, launching him up or stomping him, whatever the hell. And then just, yeah, the environments, the story seems really fun and really cool because it was like, at that point for me, as someone who's gone through all the campaigns, it was like, I was just kind of tired of it, you know? I was like, so I feel like this is a good way to refresh it while also kind of like keeping everything as it was, like that soft reboot vibe. And it's just cool. It's cool to see like Liu Kang as the god of fire or whatever, and then like Raiden as, you know, the Earth's champion. I think that's like the coolest shakeup, and that's the one I'm looking forward to the most. Like how Liu and Raiden interact.
And then like smack talking Raiden in
yeah,
there
because
too.
it's always been like,
Like,
Raiden.
this guy's a weakling.
Yeah, it's always for decades. It's been Raiden is the god of thunder, and Liu Kang's the Earth's champion. Like almost every single time. So
Yeah, I think that's exciting.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's cool that Sub-Zero and Scorpion are brothers, actually,
yeah,
now.
that too.
And how that'll work.
Yeah. Friggin' like multiple Sub-Zeros too. Like have be I forget their names, but be one Sub-Zero and then have the cameo like other one. Sick.
Breaking news.
Breaking
I know what
news.
you're gonna say.
Excitebike 64.
Because I was gonna
Oh,
bring it up.
dude, what?
I was about to.
August
that
30th.
Yeah, I was gonna be like blood.
I really liked
now
that
it's
game.
still not 1080 snowboarding.
Great
though.
rental.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
Let's play some excitement.
I have not played that since it came out.
Dude, let's play some excitement. That's it. Yes, please.
Other breaking news that sucks, movie related, not games related. Dune 2
Yeah.
is
Oh,
delayed
yeah,
to
yeah.
2024.
Harsh.
Yeah, I saw that earlier today.
Harsh.
Let it cook.
Yeah, let it go.
Yeah, mostly from the strikes, I guess. Bummer.
One that
Cool fatality. Who was
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Don? Was it Don who said the fatality was shorter? That was a really good observation,
Yeah.
Don. Some of those
Oh, the
fatalities
length?
linger on. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. So that Sindel one was really cool.
Don has something to say.
What you got, Don?
Oh, just one more exciting thing that not only I, but a lot of people were excited about just with the reveal of Sindel and a little bit of her story. She's back as like, positive hero. A lot of people didn't like the turn and aftermath
Yeah.
that happened with her character as she kind of got turned into a bad guy. So it's nice to see her back on the good side because she always was a good character we liked rooting for. She wasn't a villain. She wasn't evil. She was always sort of a victim that got re-empowered. It was awesome. So
Fuck yeah.
looks like she's in that again.
Sick.
Heck yeah.
Cool.
Next up, one that I think turned out to be kind of a big surprise. Crimson Desert.
Yeah.
This thing's crazy.
I'm excited for this game. I'm
Yeah.
so curious about this game.
Yeah, so this is from Pearl Abyss, the same people that made Black Desert Online. Was originally going to be a prequel to that game.
Okay.
But now it's its own standalone thing.
Because it's so damn good looking. They're just like, yo, franchise, let's go.
And then it's a single player open world action adventure game.
How sick is that?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not an MMO.
No.
Crazy.
It gives us all
That's
Dragon's
sick.
Dogma vibes.
Dude,
Yeah.
the friggin' watchtower blowing up like
Yeah.
that,
You,
that is...
you blow up so
Yeah.
much stuff in there.
Yeah.
You blow up so much
This
stuff.
trailer
Fucking
escalates
drums.
so well because at first it just looks like kind of like a standard medieval whatever, And then, as you're saying, it's like you start seeing things like topple and blow up in ways that like a lot of these types of games don't do.
Yeah.
And then things get weirder and weirder, and they start showing off one mechanic after another, and like, you're jumping off of horses and you're turning into like some weird like shadow monster. Yeah, kicking guys off of carts.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I want the
Horse drift.
completely unanimated.
Oh, the horse drifting. Yeah.
Horse drift.
Dude, there better be a race called.
I want the completely unanimated, unmoving sheep with its mouth open to become like a meme.
Yeah.
Love fishing.
Got a good fishing mini game in there. Some crabs, of course.
I wonder if it'll have a character creator, because of course BDO.
Oh,
has
it's
a
got to,
very in-depth
right?
character
Oh,
creator.
yeah.
It's got to. Maybe it won't. But
I also hope there's like a decent story. It doesn't need to blow me away at all.
sure.
Yeah.
Like,
Something.
if combat is like the only cool thing, like that'll be cool. But like, I just need
Yeah.
I need
A little something. You
to
need a little
get me-
character drama.
I just want to be invested in the world, other than it looking and feeling cool. I just need a little bit. So whenever they release like some kind of story trailer,
Yeah, they show off some crazy
Yeah.
Twilight Princess realm. They show off some
Yeah.
ultra hand looking thing opening a door and like messing with these statues.
Blood. I look at this trailer and I'm like, what's the catch, dude?
Yeah.
What's the catch, man? Is there going to be some insane monetization thing going on here, or like what's
Right,
going on,
true.
dude?
free to start,
That's my vibe as
Yeah,
well.
pay to play.
Some Genshin stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
I gotta do gotcha
Well,
rolls.
Climbing the
Not
ant,
this
too,
one, but
yeah.
another one we probably will talk about is the one I have that
Yeah,
concern a lot
yeah,
about.
of course.
But I don't know enough. I mean,
Yeah, and then they've got this full on like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom type skydiving,
Or
and then this near freaking like thing flying around shooting bullet hell at you. Like there's so much stuff happening.
Yeah,
here.
he's like just swinging some dude.
Yeah, like wrestling moves now.
Sick goblin. That goblin looked
King.
awesome.
Yeah. It's like some QTE.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
and now this
stuff.
dragon
Fucking
pops
dragon
up and
battle?
just
Yeah.
starts shredding the
While
castle
you're fighting
walls.
a robot.
Fighting the like Ishin sword scene.
yeah, dude, it goes everywhere, man. It's like Tears,
Listeners, like,
Ghost
you
of
just have to know.
Tsushima.
Yeah, go watch the trailer.
It's
Holy
every
crap.
game put together. In
What's
one
the
game.
catch, dude?
What is the catch?
What's the catch?
When is he
man?
gonna grind
The
up?
catch is like 2028 early
Yeah.
access is the catch or something.
Yeah.
$200
I was expecting him to start grinding on a rail there, like Sonic Frontiers. Like, it's going to go everywhere, man.
But yeah, interesting that it's single player coming from them, you know. But I think it's smart if they're just branching out their IP to other avenues. That's cool.
Yeah.
I feel like What's the Catch is the new Who Benefits.
Who
What's the
benefits,
catch?
dude? Who benefits?
Next up, Little Nightmares 3
Crazy.
coming along.
Yeah, dude.
From Supermassive.
So
Yeah,
fast.
Switch.
Switcheroony.
Interesting Switch.
Yeah, so
Same
these
publisher.
are the guys that make they make all the movie-based games, movies like the horror
Dark Pictures.
Dark Pictures
Pictures
anthology,
Until
Dawn.
Until
Until
Dawn.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's us, Isla.
That's us. That's our purview.
So they're picking up the mantle from Tarsier Studios, who created the original.
And we're also getting, because we were speculating, but you confirmed in that press release.
Yeah,
and some
actual co-op.
Co-op.
Not just a
Yeah.
companion character,
Yeah.
but a real co-op game.
Fucking sweet.
Jolly co-op.
I love it.
Yeah, I really like Little Nightmares. I really like the first two, and stuff like that. So, but different studio. I'm a little cautious.
Yeah.
You
Good
know?
studio though.
Yeah, but I don't recall them making games like this before, so I'm a little skeptical. But I'm excited nonetheless. I think co-op's like a cool idea. Finally, they flirted with it in the second one. So
Yeah.
And you can
This
definitely
game's
see
coming out
some,
so fast. I still
some
haven't played the
subtle
second one,
differences
dude.
in the.
Was that like a year ago?
no,
2
couple
years
years
ago?
ago.
There's a
No,
couple
it was
years
a minute
now.
ago.
Yeah.
Years ago.
COVID times.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely some subtle differences in the art style and stuff there. It doesn't feel quite as creepy and gritty to me so far.
But not what we've seen yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Little Nightmares 2 came out February 10th, 2021, so not
Jeez,
that long ago.
they
It's
are
crazy. It's
moving
fast.
moving
Yeah,
along.
So fast. Yeah.
2.5 years.
That blows
yeah.
me away that got announced. That was a big surprise.
Yeah. Black Myth Wukong. Looking good. It's always been looking good, but I think, yeah,
Just getting closer,
get a
more
nice
polished.
check in here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we start off with this cutscene with this like headless guy.
Incredible.
Just rocking it
vibe.
out, yeah.
What a freaking way to pull you into a trailer. My goodness.
But yeah, so this is kind of essentially Souls-like, but based on Journey to the West, and you've got your Monkey King or whatever, his staff, fighting these demons and all this stuff. It's been a visual stunner for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks really fluid too, like the movement and everything like that. So.
And I am so
Yeah.
attached to Monkey Man immediately. Looks awesome.
Yeah, Monkey Man looks cool. Definitely.
Tiger guy, dude.
Oh,
Tiger
yeah.
guy just
Drinking
lapping up blood.
the blood.
Jeez.
Fountain full of blood.
Crazy.
Feed the
Freaking
blood.
Mitsuki coming in with the snake scout.
Yes.
Yeah, I think with like all like the animal-based characters and stuff, it definitely like it reminds me a lot of Sekiro.
Oh,
big time,
yeah,
big time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because friggin' Sekiro has some like teases about Journey of the West. Right?
Well, I don't know, actually. I'm not sure.
Was that one guy like a scorpion? Like he had something going on.
Yeah,
there.
just like weird, cool
Yeah,
animal
the
things you're
crab
fighting.
claw. Yeah.
That's awesome.
which makes sense for the
Yeah.
what they're basing it off of.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's interesting to see that take in like a somewhat pseudo-realistic rendering style.
Have we seen many fights against like remedial enemies in these? Or has it always been like most of these like these?
Oh, a
That's
lot
a
of
great
boss
question,
fights, yeah.
dude. What if
Yeah.
it's like Fury and it's just bosses?
Because we were
No,
discussing.
I think the early gameplay showed it. them
Okay. I
moving
thought
through
it
the level a
did. I
little,
just couldn't
but,
remember.
that was like a year and a half.
But also,
ago.
we were speculating that maybe this isn't quite open world because if it's the source material, they're gonna be more faithful and like it has more of like an actual story to tell. So maybe it is a little bit more guided. So
Yeah.
maybe it's like actually level based.
Or like once you get through an area, there's not like a
Ye-
whole lot of reason to backtrack.
yeah. So there's still some questions, but in terms of like visuals and combat, it's definitely very impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's looking good. No date on that still, right? No.
Hey,
I don't think so.
I don't
Cool.
think there's
that,
a year
that one I didn't really get.
thank
thrown
you for
into,
not
like,
cramming it in this year.
extra
Well, yeah,
notes and
yeah.
stuff, but
Have mercy.
I just don't. Can't even recall if there was a year on it. I'm not
yeah,
sure.
I don't know off the top of my head on that one.
2024 is all we know.
That's all I know.
24?
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
We got a really weird update with Call of Duty.
Okay.
Like, there's a lot here to be interested and excited for Call of Duty,
Uh-huh.
and then it's like the longest thing
Yeah, that was not.
in this whole show was this Call of Duty demo.
It was yeah.
And they talked and talked and talked about the new features and the innovation,
And then they just showed
and then they just show a very linear cinematic
Yeah.
level.
the same thing
Hey.
we've always seen.
At least we didn't get in the interest of time.
Yeah,
That's this
Right.
time.
True.
Yeah, strange move. Didn't get me excited. Like, I'm sure it's just gonna be a quality video game. Call of Duty is usually very good, regardless. But it could have got me more excited about it because I have
There's our best gun.
Yeah.
There's our best gun.
I personally have no desire to really play Call of Duty. But maybe something showing off those missions would have got me interested. But I feel like most people are just sold on it already.
Yeah, I'm all
doesn't
in.
even fucking matter.
It doesn't even fucking matter.
Doesn't even
I'm all
matter.
in. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter. You know when you're in and you know when you're out. Everyone has different schedules with Call of Duty. One every 10 years, one every other year, one every year. Like, you know what you're doing with that franchise. And this year I am freaking in.
When was the last time you skipped?
I barely played the World War II one. I've finished every Call of Duty campaign, but multiplayer World War II I
Okay.
barely played.
Got it.
Vanguard, I think, barely played.
Right.
Both the World War II ones.
Cold War, didn't play that much. Have played a ton of the Modern Warfare remakes, so 1 and 2 I played a lot.
Yeah, so since you're kind of up to speed, this idea of you bringing the armaments, the kill streaks into the campaign,
Yeah.
like what do you
I
hope
always
to
like-
find? What do you want to get out of there?
I like that cross unified progression, like you're in the campaign and you still have maybe some loadouts or you get XP even, whatever. But the thing that has me most excited is the different ways you can complete a mission, but we didn't really get to see that
Right,
one.
right.
Where,
But that's what I'm saying
Yeah.
is one of the things they're talking about
Yeah.
in those open combat missions is that you can basically open a box and you can find like a drone
cruise
strike or
missile
something like
or
that. Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
So I don't know if there's anything in there that's I've been
yeah.
wishing I could play that
Oh,
in a
okay.
single player. Yeah.
I mean, the Juggernaut's always fun, but yeah, I'm more of a stealth guy anyway, because Call of Duty's just. God, when was that, Brad? When we played Modern Warfare 1, I think, the remake? I will never forget. Brad is just we played a match, and Brad is just dude, this is fucking out of control. It's just calm down. It's just nonstop shooting.
Yeah, it's at 100 miles per hour the entire time.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
So for the campaign, I'm looking to slow it down. I'm gonna go as stealthy as possible. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Those are always my favorite
dude,
missions too. When you're like
it's-
scouting it out,
Yeah.
and like you're not maybe engaged. You get to be like a civilian, kind of blending in. I love that stuff.
I was just saying, playing multiplayer is like drinking a Red Bull, like constantly. It like doesn't run out. You're just drinking it the entire time. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. And the characters of the remake have been great. So I'm excited for them all to come
Price.
together. Yeah. You got Price, you got Ghost, you got what's her face? Forget her name. And obviously Makarov is the villain. So I'm excited for all these characters to like interact, actually. I haven't been like this hyped on a Modern or like a Call of Duty story in a while. I'm like actually excited on the story because it's like the end.
Right.
You know, and they kind of remixed some of the stuff. And yeah, I just really like the characters. So
Absolutely. One that I'm still curious what you guys think of. The First Descendant. This is one of those with like a name that like it's easy to forget what the heck this game is.
Right.
But yeah, so this one is like it starts off with like all these dark military futuristic vibes, and then you get into it and there's like this like bubbly girl in like this skin tight white suit, and then she's just like splashing puddles around and stuff like that. So the lore and like the world of this is like it's a little weird, but I feel like once they get into the gameplay of it, like,
Oh, right, this one.
yeah, it gets like I get like Outriders kind of vibes from it.
Sure.
So it's like you got a lot of cool weapons. You've got characters with like these distinct powers.
Bunny
You've got
suit.
like the grapple beam that like you know like
Devil May Cry 5?
like just like snag an enemy and like fly up into the air and shoot down on them and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of like really nice mobility and stuff.
Yeah, that's
to
what I'm
this game.
excited about, the gameplay.
Yeah.
This was the one that they called a looter shooter that I thought they should call a booty shooty.
Booty shooty.
Because booty is also loot and they're the skin tight suits.
booty shoot.
Booty shooty.
Yeah, like these like kind of gravity gun things and just one crazy weapon or power after another in this montage.
Yeah, like the combat looks really cool, but I mean, looter shooter, that's a time sink.
True.
So,
Well, what if
look
it's
out.
like Outriders? I mean, it probably won't be
Sure, yeah, I wonder.
lengthwise. I don't think it will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do say it's free to play.
It
Free to
won't-
play.
It will not be like Outriders then.
Yeah.
Free to play,
Yeah.
you say?
PV co-op, 4 players from Nexon. They mention raids in there. Hubert, they say cooperation is crucial.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. You got to be mic'd up.
Yeah.
You got to have your power level raised.
Yeah, your light level.
Yep.
Let's go Destiny.
Yeah.
One thing I am curious about, Hubert, is these characters. Whether this is like a very defined story with very specific characters,
I bet you
or
make
whether
your
it's
own-
gonna be like here's like your like rogues gallery and like everybody pick out of like 12 people or something like that.
I feel like you make your character and then there's other like NPCs maybe that'll be around.
Maybe, but yeah, because there was a lot of cutscenes that they
Yeah.
showed at the top of that trailer before they got
Yeah.
into it. But yeah, crossplay, open beta
Always
starts
good. Very
September 19th.
Cool.
The one that got us muted.
This one did?
Yeah, this one got us blocked in the U.S. and other territories. Thank
Blocked.
goodness you're here. I
Kamiya
had to
style.
re-export this thing with the song muted. This is a wild little thing. It's wacky cartoon vibes, full of British humor. And
British Huber.
British
humor.
Top of the morning to you.
They actually like had a bullet point in there about authentic British accents or something. But yeah, you're this little yellow guy going around doing just outrageous tasks in this village you moved into. Here's the blurb from the press release.
It looks so sick.
Yeah. After arriving early for a big meeting with the mayor of a bizarre northern English town, a traveling salesman takes the time to explore and meet the locals, who are all very eager to give him a series of increasingly odd jobs. Thank Goodness You're Here is a comedy slap-former which unfolds over time as the player's exploration and antics leave their mark on the strange town of Barnsworth. With each completed odd job, new areas of the town open up. Stranger and stranger tasks become available. So yeah, so at first, like I thought that like this guy was like Untitled Goose Game or something, just going around annoying people, And it seems like it's the opposite. It's just like you used to have a bunch of people that like ask you to do weird things.
Honestly, that's so much more interesting to me. Like the
Yeah.
idea of helping out, like, is cute to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Looks amazing. It looks amazing.
Yeah,
I want to
looks
play it
wild.
right now. You
Looks
know what I
wild.
mean? One of those games where it's so funny with these presentations because it's like they show the big juggernauts, Call of Duty, the Alan Wakes, you know, the Armored Cores, whatever, and it's like, oh, cool. Like, see you when I see you. And then they show some smaller game that I've never seen before, and I'm just like, I want to play right now. I don't want to wait. I want to play that. It's funny.
Yeah. And I've seen a few people that were like this. Yeah, that was their highlight of the show.
Yeah. It's awesome.
It's this crazy, wacky little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up, Zenless Zone Zero. The trailer didn't like. It was interesting, but it didn't give quite a good impression of the game. And then they released this longer gameplay trailer.
Dude, I'm loving these environments.
Yeah, they've got a lot
Dude.
going on
Holy
here,
moly.
fitting into their urban fantasy, quote
Dude.
unquote.
Yeah.
Cozy.
I definitely get a lot of Persona and Yakuza vibes
And Shenmue.
out of this. Yes, and Shenmue. Yeah,
Of course.
they do have
Of course.
it's like Huber.
Disgruntled
They
Shenmue
have playable arcade games.
It's always silently understood, Huber. That whenever it's this type, we always mean young.
Did you see that? The Bears.
Bears, yeah.
They're bears working on the docks.
Just like Shenmue.
Yeah. Sick.
Yo, sick
Yeah, so
street.
they kind of go through and show a bunch of different shops and stuff here.
Hollows.
There's this noodle shop here where, again, this is like a Yakuza thing where it's like,
Dude.
you pick your buffs and this
Amazing.
this guy will make the noodles for you, and it's like this whole big like Monster Hunter, like they do this
Hell
whole dramatic
yeah.
cooking
Reminds me
scene.
of Fist.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Dude, that's sick.
And then, like I said, there's some arcade games and stuff in there that you can hop into and play. You text message with different people, different characters. I don't know how far you could skip ahead, but if you skip ahead a little bit, Isla.
Yo, this looks awesome.
When we get into the combat, you're playing as this wolf guy.
Wait, what?
And there's this action combat and stuff. There we go, wolf guy.
Whoa.
A wolf butler here.
And it looks like you're tagging in with party members or something because it didn't ever feel like
Yeah.
they're swapping for a long period of time. It's almost like you just snap to another character
It's
for a
like
couple
Final
of
Seven
attacks,
Remake,
and
it
then
seemed like.
and then you go back to Wolf Guy.
it
And
says
there does seem to be a
assist attack.
stagger thing going on there.
Yeah, because the score says chain attack and then assist attack if you didn't know. So
Oh, okay.
definitely,
I didn't see the assist attack.
Yeah,
there's so
definitely
much stuff happening on
Yeah, at
screen.
one point it said assist when he called it out.
Do you guys think Tekken Tag Tournament is one of the best video game titles?
It's good.
Love
It
that.
tells you exactly what that game is.
I really like that title.
Yes.
Yeah, see, assist attack.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Blasting though on
Dude,
that one.
we gotta get to sparking.
Who is making this?
This is Hoyoverse. These are the
Yeah.
guys that do Genshin
Genshin
Impact.
So is it in the Genshin universe or is
Honkai
this
Star
separate?
Rail.
I don't
Is
know.
this
This seems
separate?
extremely separate. If it's in the Genshin universe, I would be surprised.
So I can get in on the ground floor if I.
Oh,
play.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you probably
Oh,
don't
yeah.
need any. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have to watch Clone Wars or Rebels or anything.
Right.
Probably
Okay.
not.
Yeah.
All right. Just jump right in.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it looks good.
It does
good.
look cool.
Yeah.
Curious
would have been most
about the
interested.
monetization as always.
Yeah, what's the
with their
catch?
game?
What's the
But,
Well, they
I mean,
probably
it'll be free to play.
it'll be,
that it?
it'll be the
What's the
same
catch?
way they do
Yeah.
probably
Genshin,
Honkai
they do
and
pay for
Genshin.
characters.
Honkai.
They
Yeah.
release them, yeah.
So I'm sure a lot of
the,
gotcha
the banner
stuff.
stuff. Yeah.
Your
Wait,
gotcha
is it
characters.
single player or online?
This is a single player game.
Because Honkai is also single player?
Yeah, it's a turn-based game, so I think
okay.
so.
I mean, it's Genshin's multiplayer, but
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
you can play a lot solo.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
Genshin
be
is
surprised
like
if it's both.
playing Breath of the Wild with other people running around. Yeah, kind of. But
Dude, good enemy designs.
Yeah, it looks
But-
freaking sweet.
Yeah, it looks good.
I think
I'm
so.
intrigued.
How do they make so many big, huge games that look so good
Money.
so fast?
Money.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Genshin is making money.
Yeah.
That's how.
Yeah, printing money.
Huge cash.
But those were the highlights I picked from opening night live. I want to know before we move on whether there's anything else you guys remember that you wanted to throw out there.
I can't recall off the top of my head.
I mean, only one, but I'm the most worried about its monetization is Project Mugen, and
Oh, well, that's not opening night live, but we'll get to
Yeah,
that. But
okay,
I do
we'll
have
say
that on the
Okay,
list. Yeah.
sorry.
Shut up, Damian.
Okay, stop spoiling it.
Spoilers.
Actually, I didn't. I thought that was
God.
opening night live. I just forgot. I don't even remember where it's from now.
Wait, was Mud Runner?
Yeah, the
Mudrunner!
Expedition Mudrunner game.
Mudrunner was
Yes.
Relink this? Or-
Yeah,
Okay.
Granblue Fantasy
Just nice
was
to
in
get
it.
a date. It's been feels like it's been forever in development, and finally.
Oh
it's
yeah,
light
but
at the
it
end of
comes
the
out
tunnel.
like the day after, before Persona
We're
3.
so fun. Persona 3 Relink.
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
Persona
you're the same
announced
audience.
theirs
Hey,
a
don't
little
worry.
later though, right?
Yeah, I'm used to this now.
What?
Didn't Persona announce theirs a little bit later, or they were like really
I don't know.
close
They're
together?
a day apart though, or something
Yeah.
like that.
Hey.
It's like stop. That is not good for me.
They did this year earlier in January. They dumped like 2 or 3 like RPGs at the same time, like Fire Emblem,
I
Persona
know.
3,
Why are they
2023, dog.
Portable.
Yeah, 2023.
Yeah.
2023
Well, it's
Castlevania?
2024.
We're starting 2024
wave's
off
bleeding
right.
over, yeah.
We're going.
And Rebirth's gonna be early next year probably. So
We'll be talking about like
stop.
instead of prices, like game inflation releases. Like there's too many releases. Got to roll it back.
Yo, Isla, are we streaming Mudrunners?
Yeah, Dawn and Blood
Yeah.
want to, but we will
Okay.
stream it and
Group
make them
stream,
live.
yeah.
Only allowing Blood play if I want. Only Blood can play.
Yeah, those are rough games to stream because you can just like get stuck in the mud for like 40 minutes. and it's, like,
We love that. Yeah.
We have to make it like a real life simulator where we build like a truck set. You're not allowed to leave until you get to actual restrooms in the real game. Yeah.
It's so funny.
There's the stream title. Stuck in the mud.
Any thoughts on just like the show, like overall in general?
It was okay. Keely's got to pay the bills, and it shows on like some of those ads
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. It
Yeah.
really kills the pace.
Rebel.
Yeah, then the Netflix
Rebel
thing,
Moon
yeah.
was like weird. Like I understand why that was paying the bills hardcore, but it
sure.
felt really out of place. And it was cool to see Zack Snyder
Yeah.
there. That's cool.
I was cool with it.
But I was still like,
yeah.
we didn't need that.
No.
We didn't need that.
I feel
Like
he-
that should have been. Sorry,
Go for
cut
it.
you off. But I was thinking maybe because Blood, you're very critical of these pre-show type things. I feel like Zack Snyder Rebel Moon would have made sense as a big pre-show thing.
Dude,
But they don't
Kyle
pay as much for
interviewing
that.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah,
Would've been
Austin,
awesome.
Yeah,
They don't pay as much for that though.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that Jeff correctly set expectations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like by constantly being like, this is not going to be like huge announcements. You
Yeah,
know, no new stuff
definitely.
basically. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the musical intro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Sure.
piano.
That was sweet.
That's nice. Yeah, that's a good way to start the show.
And like I always say, I just need one surprise. In this case, it was Little Nightmares.
Mhm.
That was sweet.
Sure,
Crimson
yeah.
Desert even.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. There's some good stuff for sure.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, that game's been in the works for a while, but
Mhm.
like that trailer was nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think the heavy hitters like Modern Warfare needed a little something extra on the hook
Yeah.
there. And
I think even like Alan Wake
even
2,
Alan Wake, I don't want to see any Alan Wake,
I was
but it's
disappointed
still,
by like we're like build up. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, that trailer, that was it.
Yeah.
I thought we were
especially
gonna get
'cause
more.
Hadn't
Yeah.
they announced that? And I mean, they have now with IGN, but like, I assumed when they announced that they're showing Alan Wake 2 gameplay at Gamescom that like it would be in the opening night live thing, not an IGN first a day later. You know, I don't know. It's kind
Yeah.
of weird. But yeah, I expected Alan Wake 2 to be the big deal, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think too, like there's still some of that stuff there, but he has, you know, it seems like he's been able to like get the Gamescom weird, like business stuff minimized a little bit more than past years. We
Yeah.
weren't giving out awkward awards and stuff. They did talk about the awards, but they have fan voting, and that stuff's gonna happen on Friday or whatever
yeah, the
now.
cosplay thing was
Yeah, the
kinda weird.
cosplay thing.
Do you think Rockstar?
But like that's stuff that like Gamescom wants to do, and Jeff has just got to be
Yeah.
like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he has to play ball to an
Yeah.
extent. For
Do you
sure.
think Rockstar watched the clip in the office as a group? That
Oh, the guy
Yeah.
that's on stage? I don't know.
because
Maybe.
I feel like Keeley needs the next time like little extra security.
He does need extra security.
Yeah.
This
Well,
is
that's
twice now.
that's on the Gamescom side of things. It's like he's the host.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I mean, like,
What a professional,
16
though,
guys
Keely.
showed up.
Yeah.
yeah, but they shouldn't have been able
They
to
shouldn't
make
have
it
been
all
able
the
to get
way
up there.
into his face like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Keely's
definitely.
seriously the best in the biz. That was incredible. Just to what he said.
So disappointing.
So disappointing. You know, people were just so passionate. It's disappointing and
Yeah.
just rolled right through. Like unbelievably professional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah, so now moving on to more stuff. Next thing I'm going to hit up is stuff from the Future Games Show, which I did not get to watch all of. I didn't get to see the show
like
itself.
we should have reacted to this, dude.
Yeah.
In
Blood?
hindsight,
Blood left us
Good
hanging,
shit out
Isla.
there, man.
I'm not the
Yeah.
only person in this company. It's okay.
What?
I'm looking to you, Bloodworth.
News to me, blood.
But but part of that, though, is like,
That was such mom energy, dude.
I didn't feel like they were talking about it a whole lot.
No, yeah,
in
I didn't even
advance.
know it existed until
Yeah.
chat was like, "Why aren't you reacting to this
Same.
thing?" And I was like, "To what thing?"
Yeah, I was like, what's even happening?
Right. Yeah, it's like, I feel like I only had like heard a little bit about it's sort of happening like pretty late, like sometime last week maybe.
Usually, Future Game Show like reaches out to us and is like, "Hey."
Yeah, they did last time.
Yeah.
And then we did
the
react
hell?
to it last time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's always a weird one. It's one that I'm always on the fence of like, do we
Sure.
react or not?
Usually, you make me and Don do it.
Well, that's because we were all
Gone.
at Summer Game Fest.
Yeah. And
Playing
it's a
games.
privilege and an honor, and we love it, and it's
Hell
got the
yeah.
best stuff.
So anyway, so I picked some highlights that I thought people were talking about we would be interested in. First up, Tormented Souls 2.
Woo!
Just make those puzzles better, and it'll be an insane improvement.
Tell us about this first game.
Tormented Souls, one of my favorite sevens of the last few years by far. 10 out of 10 swimming in sevens.
Hell yeah.
S tier swimming in sevens. It is fixed cameras, survival horror, that old school Resident Evil vibe, limited resources, tons of puzzles. Look, I like puzzles in my survival horror games, but the
puzzles
ones
are fine.
the
There are
one-
a couple.
Brad, back me up on this thing.
I mean,
obtuse.
they weren't amazing. They weren't as good as I was hoping they'd be.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, they're doable, but they're
Yeah.
they're not like special in
Yeah.
any way. I was more like the story and the voice acting.
The voice acting for sure, yeah.
was like whack, and like there was
Yeah.
not many enemy types, and there's like
Yeah.
there's like two.
Yeah, the same enemies.
It definitely felt like, you know,
Proof of concept.
exactly. Yeah, that's why I'm excited for the sequel to like build off that.
Yeah.
They have like a good foundation.
Yes. Absolutely.
Did,
nail gun.
is it just me, or is like visually does that trailer look like a step up? Do you think that's?
Oh,
an
I'm sure the
engine?
For
budget's way
sure.
better now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they got a much bigger budget. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's a cool little survival horror game.
quote
Yeah.
unquote much bigger.
Yeah.
much bigger.
Much. I bet
Budget.
it's going to be way
Hmm.
bigger. Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be bigger.
Yeah.
Just because it was so small before, I mean.
Yeah. For sure.
I don't know if Don's seen this yet, so make sure he's over there at the desk when you start rolling this thing.
Don, are you over here at the desk? Yes. Okay,
Death
he's here.
Ground. Dinosaur survival horror.
Shut up, dude.
Capcom to it.
Shut up.
Oh, feathers.
Yeah, that.
Realistic dinosaurs.
This is like, from what I've seen so far of this feels very much like Alien
Alien
Isolation.
Yeah,
Isolation. I was
definitely.
just going to
Dinosaurs.
say.
You even have a
Look at that
tracker.
motion tracker. for crying out loud.
You even hide in lockers and stuff, and
Dude.
like raptors come up and start
Dude.
sniffing the lockers.
Holy
Okay.
shit. Tell me Creative Assembly's making this.
I'm actually not sure who's making it.
There are enough of these now that we could do a top 10, like, fine, I'll do it. Like, style
Yeah.
game. So it's like, you're not going to make a Pikmin, I'll do
Yeah.
it. You're not going to make a this, I'll do it.
You're not going to do Assassin's Creed Japan? We'll do Ghost of Tsushima.
We'll just do it.
Yeah.
You know, make a Dino Crisis, fine.
Yeah, and it ends with the T-Rex. Always end with the
Cool.
T-Rex.
Yeah, always good
Nice.
crunch.
Do
One of
you
the best
think-
crunches.
Do you think if you stand still, it'll see
No.
you?
It'll see you.
It'll see you.
It'll
That was
see.
never true.
I know. Just Jurassic Park, right?
Jurassic
Yeah.
Park rules.
Lore.
This next one, I feel like we've
We've
seen
seen
it in
it.
one of these before.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah,
it's a
the
fun one. Parcel
Yep.
Core.
Yep.
Yeah.
Premium Rush,
Rush!
bro!
Yeah, I love it. Premium Rush, dude. Don't sleep on Premium Rush.
Seriously.
Yeah, they have this goofy guy popping
He's
in
back.
live action between
Yeah.
the gameplay.
That's how he did it before.
Yeah.
It's like the head of the studio. Or
Yeah, who's got a Unity armband?
But yeah, so this is like a bike messenger kind of thing going on. Sort of gives me some like crazy taxi vibes a little bit.
A little
Jet set.
cyberpunk future. What was it? What did we just play?
Bomber Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
Bomber
yeah,
Cyberpunk.
a little
Yeah,
bit.
definitely.
That kind of
Run around on a
I gotta play
bike,
Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
grinding on things.
Looks like you can make a character, or that there are a few characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fun.
Finding
looks-
shortcuts, getting
I'm fully into
elevation.
this.
Yeah.
Just
Sliding
goofing.
onto that.
Sliding.
Playing this on a
Rocket's cool.
Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Goofing.
Premium Rush, bro.
Oh, I thought you put a joint in his
That's
mouth.
what I thought. A lot of these games are PS5 and not PS4.
Oh,
Finally.
Yeah.
Nice.
Both
About time.
Yeah.
this one we might skip a little bit because there's a lot of slow environmental shots. But Huber,
Sprawl, dude.
Sprawl.
Sprawl. It's like fucking like Quake and like old school retro FPS. Yes, dude. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Sprawl is on my list.
Well, it's shadow dropped.
Yes.
Oh, it's out?
Yes.
It's out now.
I want to
Yeah.
stream this freaking thing, but there's 98 games that I need to stream. Frick.
And
This
I,
game looks so
I take a
cool.
little bit of issue when if somebody calls something a shadow drop, but it's like they previously said it'll be out in August.
Okay.
And it's like
okay.
there's only like a week left in August.
Okay.
I'm like I don't know if
Let's
that's
say it
really
was
a surprise.
surprise
But yeah.
release, but not quite a shadow drop. Maybe.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not that much
yeah.
of a surprise.
Yeah.
If there's like it's coming out in August and there's only a week left and you don't have a date yet.
Yeah.
That's like the Phasmophobia console release. Come
Right.
on, guys.
Yeah.
When's that coming out? They just keep saying August. And I'm like, there's only 6 days of August left.
Yeah,
we
but
go.
once
Shit,
this gets
it
going, Brad,
looks
it's, I
sick,
get some
dude.
like
It looks so fucking
some Ghost
sick.
Runner type stuff.
Yeah.
here.
Oh, sure, with that movement? Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like
Jumping
you do
around
a lot
and
of like
sliding.
around, like bouncing off of the ground.
And
doing
you said
little-
it was not related to the William Gibson Sprawl novels?
not that I know of.
Okay.
Is it like a one hit, you're dead kind of thing?
I don't know about
Fair
that.
Dude,
I-
fucking
not sure.
rocket
I
jumping?
don't think so,
But
but
it looks really cool,
Yeah, it
dude.
looks so
Wow,
sick.
that movement's awesome.
yeah, definitely some like
There's so many fucking.
sort of like Doom Eternal kind of parallels
Yeah,
as well.
cool.
Like
yeah,
when
it's
you
really
like
cool.
pop guys, the items burst out of them
Yeah.
like little
Like-
pinata.
Everything in moderation also needs to apply to video game releases. Like, come on. It's becoming an actual detriment. Like, if you want to play all these games like myself, like, I want to play so many games, and it's like, there's just no way. And it's like actually making me depressed. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Do you think it's because of like COVID? Like everything got pushed and then
There's
now...
part of that, but it's
Yeah.
just the release schedule is insane right now. Yeah. Europa. This one's got a demo out there. This has got like a
Farm sim?
no, not farming. It's
Okay,
not a
sorry. I
farming
see a
game.
village.
Yeah,
I get.
same. I was thinking the same thing.
Very green village. I'm gonna. Okay. This is looking pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's got kind of like a painterly, like almost Ghibli inspired. There's a lot of like definitely kind of Ghibli
Dude,
inspired
surfing
kind
on
of
water.
things in
Dude,
there.
jetpack in water.
But yeah, so it really like has a lot of freedom of movement. You got some like crazy like
This thing moves slow.
robots flying around in the background.
It does seem very slow movement.
I think.
It's like we're in water.
Yeah, it does kind of have like a little bit of a
Maybe it's
underwater
just when
feel,
he's
but there are
flying.
also whales flying around too, so
Could also
Stranded.
be the maintained performance. You're going too fast. Maybe the game doesn't run well.
maybe. But yeah, so you're on the moon Europa,
Yes.
a lush terraformed paradise in Jupiter's shadow. An android named Z
Oh my God, those robots.
Europa
sets out
report.
in search of answers.
Right?
Run, glide, and fly across the landscape, solve mysteries in the ruins of a fallen utopia, and discover the story of the last
Dude.
human alive.
Whoa.
That is just straight up like. You got like slap you over there. What's up?
You ever see Europa Report?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a fun movie.
that looks cool.
It's chill.
Yeah, coming out
Next year?
Steam next year,
Cool.
consoles after
will-
the Steam release.
I will check it out.
And like I said, there's a demo, and that's one of the reasons I like.
Don't have time for the demo.
Yeah, but that people who played the demo were like they were enjoying it, so that's why
Nice. That's
Yeah.
good to
That's
hear.
I threw it in here.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Breaking news
Breaking news.
about the Phasmophobia console release. They had a fire in their office
Oh.
and had to delay
Whoa.
the console release of that until Halloween
Wow.
in October, somewhere in October.
Wow.
Accident or foul play?
Or
They don't
poltergeist.
specify. Yeah, it could have been a ghost. Hopefully everybody's all right.
Jeez.
Let it cook. Anyway, big new updates on PC for that out now. But yeah,
Okay.
jeez.
One for Isla and Dawn in particular, but we'll all have fun with their creations. Astronomo.
Great name.
This is like a little physics puzzler
Of
builder
course.
thing.
Of course.
You like it looks like you make these vehicles and then you have to you have to figure out the thing to make to get to the goal or whatever. So,
Whoa.
Oh, yeah,
I was
those
pumped.
are fun.
Yeah. So yeah, and you got a little character creator in there, and then you can also build levels yourself too.
Absolutely.
But definitely like great timing after
Write that
Tears of the
down.
Kingdom, where like people have just been assembling all these little machines and stuff, and like, hey, here's a game that's like just about that.
I'll be your pack mule. I'll just hold things for you.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like puzzles, that's interesting to me. If it's just like open world building stuff, it's not really.
It feels puzzle-ish to me.
It
but
feels like stages
yeah.
where you just have
Yeah,
to solve
then I'm
it.
in. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
She's
this looks
in.
sick.
Whee! They
This,
got her.
This goes into early access on September 27th. So
Okay.
Huh?
not that far away to start messing
Dead meat.
around.
Dead and buried, dude.
Jeez.
What does Don think? We gotta get Don's
Don, what do you
take.
think? He's approaching the mic at pace.
When I saw this trailer, I was excited blood. As soon as they got to the part where they showed the close-up of building those vehicles, building the vehicles just in a physics playground for me is enough. I prefer actually in this kind of game less puzzles. I do like just messing around and creating the world and then messing around with the vehicles and seeing how they react. And I just think this kind of thing also works really better usually in a 2D kind of play field like this. So I was, rather than a 3D game. So it looks like fun to me. Looks like fun, blood.
Nice. Next up, RoboCop
Here we go.
Dude,
Rogue
what?
City.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Peter Weller's back.
Yeah. I feel like when I've seen this in the past, it's had to like really like made me feel like this is a super budget.
Dude,
It's
looks
not
sick.
great.
So, no,
Now this
more.
is looking
Yeah.
a lot better.
Yeah.
Do you have in the bullet point? Does this ignore RoboCop 3?
It's in between 2 and 3.
Okay.
Confirmed.
Okay. Cool.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So we don't have to deal with 3. All right.
Yes. Set in between so you can watch 1, 2, play this, and be done.
All right.
There you go. Hell yeah, dude. I'm excited for this. Love RoboCop, and just the whole vibe looks good. I've had Terminator Resistance installed and like
Oh,
ready
right,
to
that
play
game.
for years. Remember that whole big thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just I've been trying to play that game for years. It just has not happened. They released like an enhanced version of that game, which I read into a little bit, that did fix a lot of the problems of the original release, made it a bit better. Kind of a cult classic, kind of a swimming in sevens type, so you know where your expectations are. But one thing is for sure, like even if you have criticisms of the Terminator game, a lot of people are like, "Yo, it gets the franchise.
Okay.
You know, it gets Terminator. It's all about like the future war and all that shit.
Is this
it
made
gets
by
the
the same
vibe.
people or something?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh, is it? I didn't
what I heard.
realize
Why are you
that.
talking about
That's what I heard. Am I
Okay.
wrong? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
I was pretty sure.
Taeon.
Pretty sure, chat.
See if that's correct. See if Taeon did the Terminator
I
game.
mean, this,
Correction.
I'm
this
99%
looked-
on that.
This looked just
Yeah.
from the trailer like it gets the movie. Like
Yeah.
the-
Yeah.
his partner looks exactly like the actor.
Yeah, I was really
like,
impressed by how good
everybody-
she looks.
Yeah.
She looks really
Dude.
freaking good.
She looks like
Destructible
spot on.
environments.
Yeah,
like,
the shooting looks
Just-
crazy.
yeah, I just
Dude,
want-
Search One Fires was the best.
Yes.
It's like Crisis Zone, dude.
Yeah, like RoboCop,
Yes.
I expect shit to be like obliterated in
Yes.
gunfights.
That was the best part, dude. Yes.
And the
Squibs.
EDs, oh my god, showing up. I was like, let's go. Better be a malfunction.
Jones. Dick Jones.
But yeah, so I'm glad that you knew about that because I didn't know where it fit in the timeline. But it's like it feels like it's part of the film. But
Yeah.
yeah. So I didn't know that they're recreating, but in between 2 and 3 is good.
Yeah.
Sick.
Freaking sweet. Sign me up. Ready to go for that one.
Some other announcements.
Apparently, sorry.
Yeah.
One last little detail on that. You can like investigate. There's like some investigation and like police work.
Yeah, there's a little
a
I
little
could
more
see in
slower
there.
paced
Cool.
part, so it's not all
Like the
guns
puzzle
blazing.
solving
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
wires and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if it'll have like satire.
Right.
Because the movies are satirical.
Totally, Isla. Totally. I wonder.
Gotta be careful with the line you walk there because it's
Yeah.
like 30 years ago
Buy that for $1.
situation versus now. But yeah. Figure out how it's gonna work.
Totally.
But yeah, I mean that would be, part of the point of RoboCop, right?
Yeah, that's the point of RoboCop.
The studio really butchered Padilla's remake. Just RoboCop like 2014 or something.
Oh yeah.
Is that the last movie he made?
I forgot. He might have done something after. I forget.
Huber,
Yo.
Night Dive, 2 announcements.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, they're insane. They
control.
are insane.
Yeah.
They're cranking stuff out.
Yeah.
First of all,
Fuck yeah.
Turok 3,
Yes.
November 14th.
Yeah.
We're getting close to Rage Wars.
Yes.
Available for the first time since the N64 release.
That's badass.
In 2000.
I played 1 and 2 so like over and over, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, for like so many hours, like tens and tens and tens and tens of hours on 1 and 2. Combed over both of those. Played 3 a lot less. And it was a different studio. It was Iguana for the first 2 and then Acclaim for number 3.
Well, Acclaim was always a publisher, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'm curious who the dev was.
Yeah. So I played 3 a lot less. So
I think everyone did.
Yeah,
I don't
so-
remember it as being as good.
Yeah. Like I played Rage Wars more than 3 even.
Yeah, but I mean,
So-
yeah, we're talking about 2000. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're really getting, Dreamcast is already out.
Yeah. Then we got Evolution after that, and then the reboot, of course. So I think 3 actually is the one I played the least out of the whole freaking franchise. So I'm excited to take another spin, take a dip. I streamed Turok 1 like the other day,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
randomly. Yeah.
It's just nice that they're doing these. It's great to see
Yeah.
just Turok alive.
Yeah.
Turok has a
Yeah.
pulse,
That-
dude, in
dude,
2023.
Completing the trilogy, yeah.
Yes.
It's crazy.
You're so right,
Oh, man.
dude.
Just let them make a new Turok game.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Like, why is there not a new Turok
I
game?
know.
Everything is coming back.
Turok.
Yeah.
It's time.
Dude.
It is time.
Turok and Fortnite.
Turok and Fortnite, throw them in. There's already dinos in there.
Yeah,
dude. You can ride
do it,
Raptors.
do it.
But
And-
dude, straight up, a new Turok game
Yeah.
would be incredible.
And then they announced the next thing they announced: Star Wars Dark Forces.
Cool.
Incredible.
That's really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Dark Forces before freaking Jedi Outcast. I mean, this was
Earlier, yeah.
Yeah, this is the one.
It's like the Doom clone Star Wars kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
I played a lot of Dark Forces a couple years ago, actually. Still pretty fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And apparently they have demos there at Gamescom, and
That's sick. Cool.
yeah, the people have been playing it. Like, yeah, these are good.
Godspeed, Night Dive
Yeah.
Studio. You're just doing God's work out
Yeah,
there.
honestly. Making the world a better place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just bringing back all these sick old PC games and stuff, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right,
Nice.
roll this sick trailer. This is the one
Yeah, there we
Damian was
go.
into.
There we go.
Project Mugen.
That was cool.
Coming from Naked Rain.
and NetEase.
This game looks sick.
Jeez.
This game looks really freaking
Holy
sick.
cow.
So yeah.
Whoa.
Hey, look, get
What
ready,
the
get ready,
hell?
get ready, get ready. Yep, it literally.
It's Chinese
literally-
anime
They
Spider-Man.
literally steal the animations.
WTF?
Hey man, we need more games to do Spider-Man
Yeah,
animation.
it's the best thing ever, dude. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it looks really cool. The big red flag is it's NetEase, and that means there's gonna be like gotcha, like monetization, and has very much derailed a lot of their past projects for a lot of people. So it's probably the most impressive looking game to come from that publisher, but it's also wait and see for me. Like it looks really cool.
Wait,
Looks-
but you're saying there's monetization just because it's NetEase? Because NetEase is doing a lot of changes and stuff around the world right now. So I don't know if that's
So
necessarily
the
gonna be
consensus I
case.
saw from people, because when I watched this trailer and then I went to like the discussion places like on Twitter and Reddit, people are like, "Oh, it looks awesome." Then I saw NetEase. Oh, well, here comes the gotcha monetization. I'm out.
Yeah, what's the catch?
So it was like, yeah, what's the catch? Yeah, it was like the biggest 180 when people were like, "Oh yeah, it's NetEase again." Shit. So
But like Lady Made of Stars is my favorite kind of lady. You know?
you made of stars.
That's
Yeah.
what I want
Hearts
to be.
logo.
Yeah, I really think that I wouldn't necessarily go there just yet because
Yeah, that's what I'm
NetEase
saying.
bought Quantic Dream. NetEase has got the Negoshi studio. NetEase just did the thing in Austin. Like,
It is definitely a wait and see thing. Like,
Yeah,
I
we'll see.
I need to get that information, but
this kind of
otherwise, it
character
looks
design,
really
you
cool.
can definitely see that happening, of
Yeah.
course. But
it does look really cool.
yeah, this one with the little scooter that she
Yeah.
uses in combos is just like,
Yeah,
holy
the combat
cow.
looks really cool.
That's fun.
This guy
Scarlet
like
Nexus movie.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
I was waiting for you to say
smashing
Scarlet
people.
Nexus.
Yeah.
It's like it's definitely got
Yo-yos,
some.
dude.
They're just taking
Yeah,
ideas
it's
from
like
everywhere.
Beta 3. It's Scarlet Nexus at some points. It's
And
like
Spider-Man.
yeah, and Spider-Man.
Holy crap.
Yeah,
There was like driving too.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
I know the other half of this that's probably triggered that. It is free to play.
Yeah, sorry, it is. Yeah, so it's a free to play. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Watch your wallet.
Watch your wallet.
Your wallet.
It up. Yeah.
But it could very well be like
Sure, well, it'll
like
look
Genshin, to where it's like, yeah, it's free to play. Yeah, there's that stuff in it, but there's a lot there for
Oh,
people to
boy,
enjoy.
there's a
yeah.
lot of poor fools out there that have spent a lot of money on that
Yeah.
game.
But
Blood.
with Genshin, it's, correct me if I'm wrong, it's just characters you buy, right? You can just
I like weapons and stuff too
Okay.
for roles.
okay. Because if I'm like, if I embrace Genshin casually, I would just like find a character and
Yeah,
stick
you could
with
probably
them.
play
and-
casual.
These characters have very distinct movesets and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
there, though, too.
Yeah. What if you have to like buy?
They are
moves?
designed to get their hooks into you, dude. They want you to swipe that card.
I know.
It's designed to
I
swipe.
could see costumes, though, like
Oh, costumes.
crazy.
Something
Oh
or
my
pow- yeah.
God, dude.
Yeah.
I definitely tried.
Careful,
It said
dude.
pre-registration for the beta, whatever. It was open. I went to site. It wasn't letting me pre-register. So.
I was ready to go, dude.
Well, it's free to play, so try it. And then, like, okay, so you see the monetization part. It's like, all right, I'm out. Bye. See ya.
Damn, dude, doing
So you're doing the
hype.
research.
Yeah, it's like
Scouting,
yeah,
real
yeah.
scouting report.
Let's check it out.
Yeah.
Try and check
Man,
it out.
Pre-registering gets me hyped. dude.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
I'm fucking in.
Yo, I guess I want to bet.
What?
You want to bet?
I want to bet.
What'd you
wanna
win?
bet?
With
What'd
a
you-
certain person, a year-old bet.
Year-old bet? What's happening?
The
Oh, you
dude,
won a bet.
yes.
Please tell me.
So a certain person named Kyle Bossman just texted me saying, we made a bet a year ago, and now that Tears of the Kingdom has officially reviewed better than Armored Core 6, you get to choose the color of my mech. So
Oh.
yeah, so I get
Great.
to. So I need
Can
your
you
help,
pick the
Brad.
colors of the mech?
Yeah, it says you can do combos or something.
Yeah, you can.
So
Dude, you can like do.
what is the
repeat
most
individual-
offensive thing we can think of?
There's a lot, dude.
Name and
There's a
color.
lot.
Make
You
it
get
look
to
like
name it,
split
too.
pea soup or
There's a lot.
something.
you can do.
Okay, we can think
Yeah, I
about
was
this for
gonna say,
later,
choose,
but
like
yeah.
baby diarrhea green.
But
you know?
Easy Allies up one again. There we go.
Oh, yeah, make it the Easy Allies colors. So every time he sees us,
Yeah.
I'll give you the color, the hex codes.
Yes,
Nice,
but
nice.
we'll do this immediately.
Oh yeah.
Huber, we haven't seen this for a minute. Stalker 2.
Yeah. Did this get delayed again?
No, they have like the window actually.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think we knew a
misread
date
it.
Q1.
before, but I
Yeah,
assumed it
Q1.
was 2024, so that's why I
Sick.
counterpicked it.
Nice.
The most concrete we've had for a while with it.
Yeah.
It did get delayed, obviously, because of the war.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all in. I'm all in on Stalker. Played the first one on PC when I was a kid. Way too complex of a game for me as a kid. I never got very far at all. And then I know they had like an expansion or whatever, like Call of Pripyat, maybe I think it was called.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Yeah, and I love this vibe. You know, it's obviously very Metro is the thing you can compare it to.
Yeah.
The Metro trilogy
Because it's
is
like
incredible.
these bombed out environments, but then like really freaky stuff going on.
Yeah.
You got these like gravity well things. You got these bubbles going on.
No.
Oh
Makes me
no,
think
this is
of-
the worst part. Sorry.
Please no!
Makes-
Whoa, dude!
Was
it
that
was
a
it was a
dog?
demon dog.
Yeah, dog
It
just
was,
exploded.
it was a demon dog. It was like possessed, dude. Don't worry about it.
This makes me think of the Dark, the show.
Hmm.
The
I
gravity
love
stuff.
that
And
show.
sorry, a little bit of a spoiler with one of the twists at like what
It's an old
episode
show.
1. Yeah.
Older show.
When it ended
It's
up in
not. Watch it.
the war part, it looks just like this. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, and then like yes, again,
Yeah, those are
similar to
hell
Metro.
things.
You
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
you know like you kind of like beating up old guns and stuff like that.
Totally.
Head crabs in there, kind of thing.
Yeah, I just remember Stalker 1 and obviously the Metro games are just so grounded and immersive, you know? I mean, these are games you get into the world. Like everything you're picking up some trash, of course, but like your everything matters. Like, yeah, it just really grounds you and pulls you in. So
Next up, I don't know if anyone else has
kind of
experience with Broken Sword, but they announced a new Broken Sword game, and this has been like kind of dormant series for a long time. This is an old PC adventure series.
Oh no, yeah, missed it.
Well,
my
here's the funny
wheelhouse.
thing, Huber. I missed it as well when it was new.
But Night Dive remastered it, or
But no. So the first is a double announcement in this trailer. So first there's a brand new game here, which they're showing off, and this is in France. A lot of the series takes place in France.
cozy as hell, dude.
Yeah,
Off
dude.
the
Look
charts
on the
right
Third
Yeah.
vibe.
What's interesting here is that this is all rendered in 3D and looks like explorable in 3D. And when you get to see the remaster, which is right after this,
Yeah.
that was all like cartoon. Like that was all animated
God.
stuff. So it's
hand drawn.
so they're interpreting it to that, which I think they do a pretty good job. Like you can tell they're like working with the budget there, but I think they're doing a pretty good job of interpreting these characters.
Whoa,
but yeah,
cool.
this remaster looks fantastic. But this game, the original Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, the reason I found out about this series was because they ported this thing to the Game Boy Advance,
What?
and I had played it when they put it out there.
That's wild.
Yeah. So.
Cool.
I can't remember if it was this or Dragon's Lair that I played in an arcade.
Yeah, it definitely
Dragon's
has.
Lair.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Dragon's Lair is an arcade game. This
Yeah.
is not.
Oh, okay.
But it definitely has those kind of vibes visually.
Yeah.
Next up, Dragonhold. After our Trash Babies with
Dude,
Lair.
is it finally happening? Is it finally happening, dude?
Here we go. Yeah, we got. They also say that they are inspired by Scalebound.
Yo, you're not gonna do it. We're gonna do it, Isla.
Yeah.
Exactly. hold my beer again.
That's amazing. Kami is pissed.
So there's
Was that a Phil Spencer?
there's some
decision
jank
for
in
Scalebound?
here for sure, but you've got
Probably.
you've got on the ground combat and some framey motion
Oh, it's
blur.
it's super rough.
Very,
Yeah.
But
Hey, just like Scalebound, probably.
but I mean, well, it's like Lair.
Yeah. I mean, a
Yeah.
true layer
Authentic.
homage
Layer
would
Scalebound
have bad frame rate.
crossover.
The Lair authentic
That was cool.
experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, diving in on that guy. Yeah.
Guy,
Yeah, it's
dude.
orc. I didn't
What
think
the
it'd be orc.
hell, dude? 10 out of 10 in now.
Yeah, Mokhtar, dude.
Okay,
Yeah.
Orc added.
Holy crap.
So yeah, it very much when
so
they're
like
the dragon
multiplayer?
fighting very much reminds me.
I feel
of
like
Lair.
they need like
So it's a multiplayer.
a level
yeah.
5 to come
Yeah,
in
like
and fix
capture
this.
points right there.
Yeah, that is a multiplayer mode for sure.
Yeah.
What the?
But then they're like riding
Then you're,
around
like,
on these
fighting
ground
mobs.
mounts.
What is that
Dude.
weapon called? It's like what Thanos uses.
Thanos is, yeah. dude.
Blade?
Zidane uses it.
Big
I've finally
double
seen
blade.
Love Thanos. It's so sick. Points it. It's so
yeah.
sick.
Yeah, they really like to dive. Got a lot of diving shots.
Chad points
very
out that it's
foggy.
very colorful, which is not like layer.
Yeah, that's true. Lair is very, very brown. It was in the brown
very
era
framey.
of
Just for
HD
walking.
gaming.
The brown era.
Incredible orc, but that one looks a little rough.
Yeah.
Definitely
Oh,
looks rough.
yeah.
Definitely
It's
looks
February
super
2025 or
early.
later.
Super early.
Yeah.
See ya.
Circle back on that
See
one.
ya.
Yeah.
All right, and now let's talk about some release dates.
Oh.
Because in the midst of all these announcements, there's a lot of release date announcements. Some of these may not be new, but like they just kept coming. There's like rapid fire release
right.
dates coming at me the past
Go
2
ahead.
days.
Fire 'em.
Battle Shapers going into early access October 3rd.
Wait, say it again.
Battle Shapers.
Battle Shapers?
Yeah, that's the one people have been comparing. It's like first person Mega Man. There's some
That sounds
underlying hype
Yeah.
going around.
Okay.
I'm not sure how it will go, but it's only early access right now, so we'll see. Station to Station, also October 3rd. Hellboy, Web of Weird, October
I
4th.
think that I was getting my wires crossed. I think that's a roguelike.
Okay. You thought it was RoboCop earlier
Yeah.
to me.
I think that Hellboy game is a roguelike. I might be wrong.
I think that I felt like there's more story based, but I don't know. Worldless, which we played the demo of not that long ago, October 4th. Also, Sonic Superstars, October 17th.
That's really soon. I still haven't seen that like Dawn wants that 4-player
3 days.
speedy gameplay.
Yeah.
Going head to head of Mario there.
Alaskan Road Truckers, October
Trucks.
18th. Vermintide
Wait,
2,
wait.
Necromancer, October 19th.
Hold up. Alaska Road Truckers. Is this like a Euro Truck Simulator
Kinda, yeah.
type or what?
Yeah, one of those things.
Yeah, I think so.
But they're like,
I
be
think
the
so.
trucker, not the truck, was their tagline or something like
Live
that.
the trucker life, dude.
I'm ready to live the trucker life, dude. Because Euro Truck Simulator came out so long ago. I'm waiting for like a new one. Yeah.
Oh, there's been a ton of them. They're nonstop. The
There's like
smaller ones,
American Truck Simulator. I think that was.
I think
old
there's like
too.
infinite
Yeah.
number of simulator. Any
Yeah,
truck
yeah.
simulator you can think of, it's there.
But then Vermintide 2,
Dude,
Necromancer,
yeah.
October 19th.
Isn't
still-
Dark Tide out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still making new classes for Vermintide.
Yeah, still making new ones.
The Lord of the Rings, Return to Moria. Remember this?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, the,
Yeah.
like,
October 24th.
Wanted to play this. I don't think we're gonna play it for a little while now.
That sounds like a really fun like.
That's a stream.
Stream,
Hell
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is. going into Moria, dude. digging deep.
So deep.
Ghost Runner 2, October 26th.
Why are you
That's
doing
offensive,
this?
yeah. That
why are you
one's-
doing this to me?
That one's upsetting.
Why are you doing this?
Like, I would like to talk to those devs and be like, why are we doing this?
Yeah, what's going on?
Why are
here?
we doing this right
Well,
now?
talk to Don't Nod too, because Jusant, October 31st.
On Halloween? Exactly. What are you doing? Yeah. Why? Why? Not even like the 30th or the 1st. Like, you're releasing on Halloween. Like,
Dude,
what?
Let's do this. Let's launch a lawsuit suing all these companies for releasing too many games.
I bet there's like a change.org already about it. Like, stop releasing games.
Yes.
The Invincible, that cool sci-fi game.
Yeah.
We got the poster in there.
That's
November 2nd. Right after all that. Get a little bit of a break. Steam World Build, December 1st.
Woo!
December 1st. Well done, SteamWorld. Well done. Smart.
They're like one of like
That's
4
a
games
perfect
in December
Christmas
right
game,
now.
dude.
You are
Perfect Christmas
so
game.
right, Isla. Oh my God,
Yeah.
yes. Perfect.
Persona 3 Reload, February 2nd.
Okay.
Right after.
Oh, with-
uh,
Yeah.
yes.
Good.
Right.
Hold on.
Yep.
And then Pacific Drive drove right on out of there. Early 2024, don't know the date.
This, I swear to you, I've said it before, I will say it again, this is one of my most anticipated video games. I cannot wait to play Pacific Drive. I'm so freaking pumped.
Samesies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cannot wait.
I'm intimidated, but I feel like once you get into it, you get in the rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah. it'll
I'm
be-
ready.
I think
Okay.
it might be simpler than it seems.
I mean, I played it, and I was
Oh.
like, what the crap is going on?
Okay. never mind.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah.
All right, next up this week, the PlayStation Portal,
All right.
the official name for what was
Portal.
previously known as Project
I got it.
Q.
I got it up.
Here we go. Oh, yeah.
got it up.
Yeah.
He's
What is
got
it?
the meme,
This is
dude.
hilarious.
Just keep
Alright.
going, blood. Let
Yeah.
Damian
Okay.
keep going, blood. Then
Yeah.
we'll get back to it.
Damiani's about to slam dunk.
Yeah.
If you did not remember this thing, we're going to put pictures up here for the video viewers. It basically is like they cut a PS5 controller in half and they just like wedged its square screen in the middle. With
That's
these
a rectangle.
They best,
awkward gaps,
I
yeah.
like the best description of it was a teleporter accident with an Android and a DualSense.
Sure.
Brundlefly.
Yeah, so this is basically just a remote play screen for your PS5.
Yeah.
It's coming out later this year. We still don't have a date, but it's $199. Mm-hmm. It is designed for remote play. They quote, the perfect device for gamers in households where they might need to share their living room TV or simply want to play PS5 games in another room of the house. So
Literally the only use for
That's
Or
that's,
just move your console to another room.
I mean,
Well,
it's
you
you might
only
not
have
have a
one
TV.
TV.
yet.
yeah, that's
so
the point.
yeah.
Okay.
Blood listed
Or if you want to chill on the couch with someone
positive.
while they're watching. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Blood
Fair enough,
listed
fair enough, fair enough.
the big positive.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
So so just like using the remote play on your phone with the backbone kind of
It's a
thing.
Wii U gamepad.
Like when my
sure,
mother-in-law
sure,
was
sure.
in town and she was watching a bunch of British crime dramas constantly on our TV.
Which one?
New Tricks, the show actually rules.
Okay.
But I was obsessed with Diablo 4 at the time. I was like, I wish I had this dumb Portal thing,
Yeah.
the Project Q or whatever at the time. But like that's the only time in my entire life I've wanted something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're in a place with strong enough Wi-Fi, you can access your PlayStation at home and play games on the screen. But you cannot play anything on that device locally,
Oh wait. Yeah.
not even movies.
Yeah.
It is only a stream to this screen device. You also cannot play any cloud games, oddly enough. So you like
Yeah, that
games
is
that
odd.
are on the PlayStation
Especially
Cloud.
when they have that
Can't
push
do it.
coming. Yet, at least, but maybe
Yeah,
they'll
maybe
have
they
an
can
update,
add that
but,
later
Yeah.
as an update.
You got a few more negatives in there.
Why bother with such an obvious? It's not even a half measure. It's like a
Right.
10% measure. It's
I-
like not what anyone wants.
I think there's an audience for this, honestly. I don't know if it's a huge audience, but I think there's enough people for them to actually
Yeah, I
make
think
this thing.
Piscatello is like comparing it to like the DualSense Edge or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Dude,
Yeah.
this is as
Yeah.
much as the DualSense Edge is that. That's like
Which I did buy.
a DualSense on its own is almost half the price of that. I mean, like $200 is a lot of money. I'm not saying it's not, but it is.
Yeah.
Like, people are willing to
I'm
spend
just
money.
bummed because no local play means I have to have like my PS5 on, so like
Yeah.
my whole thing playing in
Right.
my bed.
Yeah, yeah,
at night.
it's not
like I
ideal.
have the damn PS5 on.
It's
still.
definitely not ideal.
Are you generating heat?
Can you
like when I
turn
want
off the PS5 from this device.
Yeah, I think it
Probably.
goes back.
Oh,
just goes back into
probably.
rest mode or
Probably,
whatever.
yeah.
But like
yeah.
my PS5, it turns to like heat. So like usually when I'm lying in bed, it's like I want to be cooling off.
Yeah,
like you know, no PC on anymore. It's like
For sure.
winding down, and like that's not going to help. It's going to keep it.
It's
Yeah.
an 8-inch LCD screen, 1080p, 60 frames per second, targeting the same battery life as a PlayStation 5 controller.
3 to 4 battery.
It's a handheld,
3 to
though.
4 hour battery life, which
Yeah.
is the same as a
Oh,
DualSense.
well, they said 7 to 9.
No, everyone is fact
Lies.
checked. That says 3 to 4 hours for battery life is same as a DualSense controller.
But the battery hasn't been finalized yet. So
Yeah,
that's
it
something
could
still in the works.
Could change. But yeah, you're absolutely right. To be fair, before I do this troll, that's credit to the internet for making this troll. But yeah, it's meant for people who want to like play when they can't play on the screen. Like company over. I saw a lot of like parents saying like, "Oh, baby's asleep on your lap." It's like, you know, and significant others like watching something. It's like you can't get up to go to another room, so like you gotta like take that out and play it on there because like you're not gonna wake the baby up just to get up
Just
to go to
take
another
care
room.
of your baby, dude. You don't need to freaking play a handheld.
I mean, baby's sleeping on your lap. I mean, maybe want to talk to some parents, but
Yeah, you may want
Yeah.
to talk to some
So
parents.
I might want to talk
I
to
did
Andrea and Brittany about that.
I did see some parents who were thrilled about this potentially. So like they're like, this is gonna, you know, free them up a little bit in certain situations. But yeah, it's let's be clear, it's not a dedicated handheld. It's not trying to even be that. So I get like what the meme, because the meme going around was like comparing it to a Switch Lite because they're both $199.99.
Yeah.
But like I think the big ones were like just illustrating to understand, which you pointed out already, like the fact that it does require the system to play. You have to have a PlayStation 5 to play this. Doesn't have Bluetooth. Needs to be connected via Wi-Fi the only way. Only works with these new headphones and headset. Doesn't work with the old ones because they're Bluetooth.
Right. Yeah.
So,
that's the other thing that I didn't get to quite yet. But yeah, so they're alongside this announcement, they've announced 2 new headsets. So like a bigger headset,
A new Pulse one, it looked like.
a new Pulse,
higher
and then a set
quality
of
one.
earbuds.
Yeah.
And they're using this new wireless technology that they call PlayStation Link, which is a lot. It doesn't have the lag. Like a lot of people complain about the lag with Bluetooth, and that's one of the things with the Switch. They've added the support for Bluetooth headphones, but then it's a little bit off.
Yeah, it's a little switchy.
So this new wireless technology is supposed to alleviate
that,
that.
yeah.
So I think that this has the link built in. But when you buy those headsets, they come with a little USB dongle. And for the PS5, you plug the USB dongle into your PS5.
Yeah.
But you can also get others. So like you can use it on your PC. You can use it on other devices as well.
Does this thing have a headphone jack?
It does have a headphone jack. So you can use wired
That
Okay,
is
as well.
Yeah, thankfully it does. Still don't like how you can't detach the controllers. Like,
Oh, sure.
Just because like that's set up like, you know, having a little like arm thing in your bed.
Oh,
like,
I see what
mounted,
you're saying.
defeats the purpose because you got to hold your hands up that whole time.
It's like the
So
Switch Lite thing, though.
Yeah,
The Switch Lite, you can't do that.
Also, not an OLED screen.
Yeah,
So
no way.
people who
For
are kind of
$200?
spoiled with
No.
those, you know, nice phones or
Yeah.
a Switch OLED, like going to this is going to be like a little bit of a downgrade.
Yeah, of course.
Can you
Yeah.
Can you attach another controller to this? Maybe.
I don't believe
don't know.
so unless that link works.
You wouldn't
with
attach it to this probably. It would probably just sync to your PS5.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that
doesn't have-
probably is not that big of an issue. But you wouldn't be able to do it if you're in like another state.
Right.
Yeah,
Weird.
but I don't know for sure.
Vita died for this.
No, Vita died. Just period.
Vita just died.
Yeah.
I mean, a real portable PlayStation 5 though would be insanely expensive. Though.
Oh my god, that would be
Like-
so much
Yeah,
fun.
And huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I still can't get over this. This form factor. This form factor still looks bad to me.
it does. Yeah,
It
So-
just looks like it was just again
I'm
Tears of the
shocked.
Kingdom.
Personally, I
glued
don't
on.
care how it looks as long as it feels good when you're holding it.
Yeah.
Because like the Switch looks better, but it feels way worse when you're holding it, playing it remote like
Yeah.
that.
This
So
to me
if
looks
it feels good, that's what matters to me.
This just looks like a phone with one of those
Yeah,
backbone
definitely.
controllers on it.
Are
Definitely.
like the analog sticks covering up part of the screen?
No.
No.
Oh, okay, just the angle. It was like, dude,
Yeah, I think it's just
like
the
a
angle.
problem.
yeah.
I mean, it might a little bit.
when you're like
But that's
going
the thing
left
with
and right, like
handhelds in
right on
general.
that one and left, is that going to
Yeah.
cover some of the view screen?
No, because the actually like screen part of the screen is
Okay.
Right.
in the middle.
It doesn't go to the edge.
So it covers over like the glass, but the used
God.
screen
Okay.
is inside of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm not the audience for this at all. Like, I have no interest in getting this, but I'm curious to see what it's like when it's out in the wild. I really want to see what people think of this
Right.
and how it works.
With those headphones, the Pulse Elite, which is the bigger ones that cover your ears,
Yeah.
that's $149.
I think the other one's usually 100, the other Pulse one.
Okay.
So this is like a tier higher.
And then the Pulse Explore, which is the earbuds, is $199.
Oh, so it's like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like
As much
AirPods
as that.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, Sony has expensive
Yeah.
hardware for sure.
And I mean, I was trying to figure out the numbers. I can't find specific numbers for how many Edge controllers sold, but it was the best-selling gaming accessory in March of 2023.
Yeah, it's been leading
It
those accessory
sells.
charts.
It sells, and like there are 40 million plus PS5s sold.
I think Matt Piscatello was saying something like 1% or a little bit more than that.
Yeah, so that like if this thing hits 1 million, that'd be what, like 2%. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
If that's what they are hoping for, then hey, more power to you.
Get some of that Switch market share.
Get that market share.
Yeah, I don't even think it's that.
No,
It's
yeah,
just-
I don't think it's that. I do hope it gets
Convenience
an
thing.
update or something in the future for cloud.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's Android, I'm sure someone's going to crack that thing and hack those immediately. So,
Yeah.
The fact that it doesn't do
Oh.
cloud, or that, I mean, PlayStation doesn't really have as cloud in the same way xCloud is, but the fact that you can't do anything like that is so weird to me.
Yeah. We got more news to come, but if you've been enjoying this show so far, please take a second to like and subscribe and ring that bell. It helps us and it helps you stay connected. And now, a word from our sponsors.
I'm actually really excited about this. Netflix has done a One Piece live-action remake. Yeah, dude.
Oh, okay.
We got that. So yeah, you know, I'll do some of the informational stuff, but Brad, then you
Yeah.
can kind of just fill in where I mess it up. Yeah, so global phenomenon based on Japanese highest-selling manga series. One Piece, legendary high seas adventurer, unlike any other, Monkey D. Luffy, right? Is a young adventurer who has longed for a life of freedom since he can remember, ate the gum gum fruit as a kid, and sets off with a band of friends to see what lies out there. Global phenomenon. It's like the biggest thing ever, and it's finally gotten a live-action adaptation on Netflix. Incredible world ruled by pirates, filled with never-before-seen superpowers, powers, and a hunt for a legendary treasure called the One Piece. It leads into found family and Nakama, which refers to people who share the same goal and destiny as you. It's an adaptation, most popular manga of all time. They've got descriptions of all the characters. Brad, you love One Piece,
Luffy,
right?
Monkey D. Luffy.
Monkey
we got
D.
the
Luffy, dude.
wants to be the pirate king, the captain. We got Ronoro Zoro, samurai, first mate, awesome dude, coolest guy around. You got Nami, navigator, cat burglar, super sick. We got Usopp, trickster, tricksy hobbit. We got Sanji, ass kicking cook, delicious food, good at kicking stuff.
You did that in the order they gave them to be in the
Excellent.
notes, too. Incredible.
I went in the order that they recruited them.
Wow.
In it, so there you go.
There's
Yes.
also the Marines, apparently?
Yeah, Axehand Morgan. We got Kobe. We got Helmeppo. We got a bunch. They're all gonna be in there, and we got Mihawk in there. I'm stoked to see Mihawk. If you know what's going on.
Yeah. Anyway,
One
I'm
Piece is
excited about
peak
it.
fiction.
It's peak
So
fiction.
it's peak fiction. I'm not even kidding. It's one of the best fiction stories out there in the world right now. So check it out.
Yeah.
It's looking good.
Don't miss One Piece on Netflix, August 31st, dude. You don't have to wait long.
Shanks! Red hair Shanks! The goat. Buggy! The goat. It's gonna be sick.
Thanks, Netflix. We're excited. Okay. I accidentally cut the blood twice in there. But. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Have you ever felt uncertain in your life, or where your life is headed? I know I have, like all the time. I've got choice paralysis. I learned that term from talking to my therapist. Talking to a therapist is really helpful when you're faced with tough choices and the path forward is not clear, like moving, getting a new job, relationship stuff, gender stuff, any kind of stuff. You need help to think through this stuff oftentimes, and you maybe don't always have the best information with yourself, or maybe you're feeling a way that you aren't able to kind of, articulate accurately, and a therapist can help you do that. I have benefited from talking with therapists in many ways in navigating life changes of many kinds, and things like dealing with grief and all that kind of stuff. And I've been in therapy since I was like 8, and it's marvelous, truly. I think everybody should have a therapist. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and importantly, you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/allies today and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/allies.
And if you are a patron of Easy Allies, thank you. Huber,
Yo.
sales report time. July sales
Yes.
reports in. Had some delays.
GTA
finally
5.
got it. I don't think GTA 5 is on there. That reminds me, I actually got to pull this link up for the top 20.
Every
yeah.
time.
Don't worry.
We'll get through the notes first.
We'll get
Dude,
to say
6 is
you're
coming.
gonna-
People are going to start
you're gonna get-
itching,
yeah,
bro.
you're gonna start. You get to
It's
start
gonna
saying
come back.
Yeah,
you get
people
to
are
say
jumping
GTA
on
6
stage
now.
and on TV shows.
Yeah.
Like, GTA 6.
People are desperate,
Yeah.
dude. It's coming back.
Freaking out.
It's coming back.
But as I was telling you off cam, one of the reasons is that they don't report their digital sales. So that's why we're not getting it. We might get it sneaking in there now and then if digital were included from Take-Two. Some notes first before we get into the top 20. Many classic Call of Duty titles experienced a resurgence in July as multiplayer service functionality was restored on Xbox platforms, aligned with a price promotion. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 returned
dude, Black Ops
to the
2.
top 20 for the first time since April 2017.
Black Ops 2 hype. Blops, 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 blops. Blops, blops, blops.
Video game hardware spending fell 19% compared to a year ago to $292 million.
Need that Project Q, dude.
Declines. The declines across all 3 platforms. So I think it's just like probably last year was when they finally got the stock back, and so they had a big upswing, and like now,
Good
like
point.
everything is starting to level out,
Yeah.
get to where the supply is finally meeting the demand. PlayStation 5 was best-selling hardware platform in both units and dollars, with Switch ranking second in both. So Huber, we've got 3 brand new games in July
games in
on this
July.
top 20. Only 3. One of them took the number 1 spot, though.
Was that Final Fantasy 16?
No, Final Fantasy 16 was
June.
earlier.
June.
Yeah.
Been playing it forever.
Yeah, I saw this list already, so I'm sending this out.
Okay.
But yeah, what do you think?
New games in
New
July.
games. You guys
We
played.
played one.
Yeah, you
We
played.
played one, dude.
We played one. Exo Primal.
Exo Primal's one of them, but it's down at 16.
Okay.
Way down at 16.
Way down.
Not
Way
a place you
down.
want to be debuting on the chart.
Dude, I'm drawing a blank right now.
We played it together.
Oh, we played
Number 2 in it.
the fucking Atlas Fallen.
No,
No,
That's
that would be.
that was August. You're really close. Remnant. There it is. Remnant 2. Topping the charts.
Number 1.
And instantly becoming the number 18th best-selling game of the year.
Yeah, they gotta be pretty pleased with that.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
unexpected.
Again,
That's
Remnant
Shout out.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remnant 3, dude.
Absolutely.
Greenlit.
Fast track it.
Diablo 4.
Diablo 4 is at second place. Dropped down 1 spot.
Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What other big game came out in July?
Oh, big game.
Pikmin 4.
Yep, there you go.
Nailed
You got it. Number 6th place.
Gabby's
right
Goaty.
there. So
Look
you got
out.
all 3 of the new ones.
Nice.
Anything else you think should
Gabby
be
says,
landing in
"Woo."
there?
All right. Where is stupid? Is Harry Potter still in the top 10?
Yeah, Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy is at number 4.
All right, let's get that one out of the way.
Up 1 spot.
Went up.
Holy crap.
Still number 1 on the full year sales. But
Called
Tears of
it.
the Kingdom is number 2 on the full year. and so they don't
50
report
mil.
digital.
50
so
mil.
Oh.
50 mil. Modern Warfare 2.
that is it. Third.
Yep. That's 4.
Madden?
Madden.
I don't think
Madden
that's
came
out
out
yet.
August.
Yeah.
Madden's
Well, it's not
August.
out yet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, where's...
Wait, when Baldur's Gate was.
I mean, let's get the usual. Where's Mario Kart?
Mario Kart is at 12th.
Minecraft.
Minecraft is at 14th. They both stayed. They locked
All right,
those spots.
where's Super Smash Brothers?
Smash Brothers. I don't think Smash is here.
It's on. It dropped off.
Oh, Breath of the Wild.
No, Tears of the Kingdom.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
Oh, okay.
No Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, there are a lot of Call of Duty.
All right, where's
in here.
Tears of the Kingdom?
Tears of the Kingdom's at 7.
Ooh, 50 million.
No, dude.
Hanging
Look
in
at
that top
it's
10.
gonna just look at Minecraft and
Again.
Mario Kart just still there. You don't need to be
Nintendo?
top 10, dude.
I know.
Just
They don't report
Just
digital.
coast.
Nintendo's no digital.
yeah.
No digital.
Anything else you want?
We need some like
Come on down, man.
2Ks or where's FIFA?
Wait,
or
well-
not FIFA. The
wait, sorry, though.
EA soccer one.
I have a question. So if they don't
That's not out yet.
Oh,
if they
okay.
don't report their digital, like ever, will they ever?
They do.
They,
when-
they
when- yeah.
tell us on their
Okay.
financial
on this
reports.
All right,
stuff.
Got it,
let's
got
see.
They
okay.
don't tell them to
Got it.
Circana.
Let's see who dropped off or they stayed on. Let's go in order. Did Street Fighter 6 stay on the list?
Yes, 8th place.
All right.
Still hard.
Did
Still
Final
strong.
Fantasy 16 stay on the list?
Yeah.
5th place.
Okay, that's good. What's the other one that came out in June? We're forgetting one.
You said Diablo already.
We said Diablo,
Yeah.
but there was another one. What was the other
I'm
one?
gonna say Alan Wake 1
Yeah.
or Control.
Jedi
No.
Survivor?
Jedi Survivor's at 11.
Okay.
Nice.
No Control.
No control. No control.
One of them's like your favorite thing.
Oh, FIFA was in there
Resident Evil
for
4.
last year.
No.
15.
Not in general. Just something you really love.
Did that wrestling game still?
WrestleQuest.
No.
AEW?
Yeah,
AEW?
is that still?
No.
Oh.
Just something you absolutely
Meaningful
love.
kills and sharing a good
Yeah.
meal with a friend?
Something outside of video games, I guess.
MLB a show?
Yeah.
MLB The Show.
10th place.
MLB The Show, dude. Nice.
That one does not have digital on Xbox and Switch, but it does have the PlayStation digital.
Weird.
It's because of its like sub-licensing, whatever weirdness.
NBA 2K.
Oh, is NBA not here? I don't see it. You don't think we have NBA? But yeah, you ready for the list?
Yeah.
Wait, one more. One more. One more. There's something, dude. There's something on the tip of my damn tongue. All right. I get
You
it.
got most of it.
Yeah, we
You
did
got
really
most of
well.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took that down, Damiani.
20th, Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Blops.
19th, Dead Island 2. Still hanging in
There
there.
you go. 50 million Dead Island. Let's go.
Million Dead Island. All right. No, I know you lost your mind now.
18th, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, dude. What about Miles Morales?
It's gonna
17th,
There it
Miles
is.
Morales.
Those are going to start creeping up.
Hell
as
yeah.
Next month, next 3 months.
Catching
Oh, yeah.
up. Everyone catching up. Hey, Alan Wake in control, though. Don't sleep on that. Come on now.
16th, Exoprimal. 15th, FIFA. 14th, Minecraft. 13th is Black Ops 2.
Blops.
12th is Mario Kart. 11th is Star Wars. 10th is MLB The Show. 9th, Elden Ring.
Nice.
Moved up there.
Dude, 50 million.
Yeah.
Elden
8th
Ring.
is Street Fighter. 7th is Zelda. 6th is Pikmin. 5th is Final Fantasy. 4th is Hogwarts. 3rd is Modern Warfare 2 2022. 2nd is Diablo 4. And 1st is Remnant 2.
Two above Diablo
Above
and
Diablo.
COD. Let's go. Let's
Is it,
go.
yeah. You also say Diablo 2 got hurt. Or Diablo 4 got damaged.
Damaged goods.
Oh, just the
Just
season.
the public.
Yeah.
reception.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Last big headline. Ubisoft has joined the Microsoft Activision party.
Oh yeah. This is wild.
What do you mean by this?
Okay, so let me catch everybody up on the context. So,
Yeah.
this is wild. So to catch up, the UK's CMA was basically it's the last thing that Microsoft and Activision need to clear. Like FTC doesn't want the deal to happen, but they got embarrassed in
Yeah,
court.
yeah.
They're not really in a position to be able to block it. They're probably still going to go through with the court case or whatever at some point, but the deal can basically go through on the US side. But the UK they blocked it. And there was going to be this appeal and everything, but after the FTC lost, then Microsoft went back to the UK and started renegotiating. And now Microsoft has this new plan because the thing that the UK didn't like was cloud gaming. They were like, you're going to have this huge monopoly in cloud gaming, and Microsoft is like, nobody cares about cloud gaming. But the UK was like, they're going to, and you're going to have the head start above everybody else. The EU solved this by basically forcing them to license it out to the other cloud gaming providers. But the UK was just like, no, we don't. That's not good enough for us. So what they have done is they have gotten Ubisoft in on this.
Dude, this is a backdoor shady deal.
Ubisoft will be in charge of cloud gaming for all of Activision Blizzard games. Not only will it be on Ubisoft Plus, but they will be the ones who you have to go to. You have to license them from Ubisoft, including Microsoft, for those other deals that they made for the EU.
What the hell?
What?
Microsoft will have to license those
Why
games
Ubisoft? Their
from
online
Ubisoft.
stuff sucks ass.
So is Xbox just gonna buy Ubisoft then? After that?
Yeah, like,
So
what?
they can
Well, I
just-
think that's the thing. They probably can't, and Ubisoft does not want to be bought. So
hostile takeover, blood.
Is
They
that
can't do
Ended
anything
one
about
off,
that.
yeah.
is that everywhere or just in the UK?
that's everywhere.
So we're gonna have to log into Ubisoft to use xCloud.
No.
No.
You'll have to. Ubisoft can license it to Microsoft, which they will do for these other agreements. But yeah, Ubisoft will have the exclusive rights to. I mean, I don't know if the exclusive rights is the thing. Like, they have ownership of that library for cloud gaming, and Microsoft has to get the rights from them and do the deals with them.
Even if it's their own games.
Yeah.
Microsoft's own games.
Yep. And that
That's
goes
so
for all
weird.
current titles and for future titles released in the next 15 years.
What in the world?
So wild, dude.
Is Microsoft bummed about this?
I mean, I'm sure they're not happy about it, but they're just trying to get this deal through. They're doing like anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
so here's-
basically just have to
Yeah. just
bend
bite the
over
bullet.
backwards
Yeah.
and just
15 years is an incredibly long time.
Yeah.
yeah.
Brad Smith from Microsoft.
Wow.
Under the restructured transaction, Microsoft will not be in a position either to release Activision Blizzard games exclusively on its own cloud streaming service, Xbox Cloud Gaming, or to exclusively control the licensing terms of Activision Blizzard games for rival services. Ubisoft will compensate Microsoft for the cloud streaming rights to Activision Blizzard's games through a one-off payment and through a market-based wholesale pricing mechanism, including an option that supports pricing based on usage. It will also give Ubisoft the opportunity to offer Activision Blizzard's games to cloud gaming services running non-Windows operating systems, which was another part of this, was the Windows side of thing.
I see.
Smith added that the agreement with Ubisoft has been structured so that after the acquisition is complete, Microsoft will still acquire the rights needed to honor its legal obligations. We went over all that already with NVIDIA, Boostroid, Ubitus, Enware, and all those guys. So the CMA has now restated that, yeah, that thing that we blocked, that is blocked now. But the new deal, now they're going to go look at that. That has an October 18th deadline to whether or not they will approve it.
What a saga, dude.
Why?
If Netflix doesn't make a documentary about this, I'm offended.
Untold.
Yeah.
Or no,
Untold,
I want Phil Spencer on Untold.
Oh my God, Damiani, yes. Please. I'm begging them, please.
Singularity, Huber. We're going to get some cloud streaming Singularity on Ubisoft Plus.
Yo, I'm down. There you go. Sign me up.
But xCloud is better than Ubisoft stuff. Did they pick that because of that? Like, they just killed cloud gaming, I think. Like, on purpose. I don't know. This is so weird to me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know what the difference is between Ubisoft Plus and theirs. I mean, I've only
Yeah,
used
I
it for
guess I don't
preview
know.
events, but
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It really is.
It's
Yeah,
really,
it's
really crazy.
It is crazy.
Deals making strange
times.
bedfellows. It's just like, all right, Ubisoft, okay. Who else is going to get involved in this friggin' thing?
Yeah. Rockstar is next, maybe?
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
But no, I think this is probably, at this point, it's hard to imagine, what problem the UK would have.
Yeah.
Like, what do you have left? Like, you have a deal with PlayStation, you have deals with all these other companies, you have a deal with Ubisoft.
So this is really
have a deal with
gotta
Nintendo.
be the final stretch here.
It's got it.
We've thought that before, but I mean, this really should be it.
Yeah.
Okay, they just had to, they picked Ubisoft because they couldn't pick another big company like Amazon, Apple, Google, etc. They can all use their own tech. Ubisoft just has the license. So they'll just pay Ubisoft a fee. So it's basically like when they were using the Blu-ray drive on an Xbox and they just paid Sony a tiny little whatever.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also this week,
That's a good comparison, Isla.
Nintendo and Charles Martinet have announced that he will no longer be the voice of Mario, but will now take on the role of Mario Ambassador. So he won't be playing any more of those characters, but will make appearances at events around the world. And there's a special message coming from Charles and Miyamoto, but we haven't seen that just yet as of this
Probably
recording.
next month.
Do we know? Do we know why? Did he? Just
They haven't
not
said
want-
why, but I mean, he's retirement age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's been doing it for like
a
30
long
years.
time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's also like a character that's gonna have to continue. So like
Forever,
they need to
yeah.
do that transition at some point. I think people. I mean, I didn't really pay attention to it, but there were definitely people who were saying like, "Oh, we could tell in Super Mario Wonder that's not Charles Martinet." And I'm like, okay, like that's pretty good hearing, I guess. I wasn't
Right.
paying attention, but
Yeah.
maybe it is that obvious. Yeah, and who, will it be a case of like they have like a person who like they announce that name, or is it just going to be maybe kept more behind the scenes so we see the credits?
that's what they said.
Yeah.
Somebody had asked them that, and they're like, we will have the voice actors listed in the credits of the game.
You'll
Yeah,
see
basically.
Chris
Like,
Pratt's name, baby.
Do they? Yeah. Well, maybe they don't want them to be as like a big of a status
Oh,
or something
sure, yeah,
going
right.
forward.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Also,
maybe there's not
Odyssey
that
2.
sold on anybody yet, or it's like
True.
you're going to be the voice of
They're just
Mario for perpetuity.
Yeah,
Like,
they're just trying out
We're going to hire
people.
people on this game,
Yeah.
and the next game we'll see somebody else.
also that solid color background Twitter image thing freaked me the hell out at first because it's like the bad news image.
Yeah.
So when it's a Nintendo's announcement about Mario, and I'm like, okay, is Wonder getting delayed? And then it says
Mario's
Charles Martinet. I'm like, no, he didn't die. I was like, what?
God.
I was like, please no. I was like, all right, you gotta stop that,
Yeah.
companies, please, please
Just,
stop
like,
that.
heart
I need a
stops.
jolly image next
Yeah.
time, like not the solid color image, please.
Ben Starr auditioned. On
yeah, that was
Twitter.
so
good.
funny.
Oh god, I saw that.
me, a Mario.
They're doing.
That's so good.
There's a thing called
Sick of me, Yoshi.
KupoCon, and they're showing all like the Final Fantasy voice actors going to it. But then like Ben's picture is still Mario. That's like, wait, what?
It is kind of fun. Like, obviously, Mario, household name, awesome stuff, but it is. I was always kind of surprised that Charles Martinet became a household name for a character that goes like, woohoo! And, like, that's it, kind of. I don't know.
He
But it's
says like, oh no. He
Nintendo.
says
Yeah,
It's not
no,
just
yeah.
it, though.
I mean, I
That's the
love
thing.
it. I love it. No shade. I'm
Did
just
you
like,
watch
I'm
the,
happy it happened, but
Jeffrey posted that clip from Gamehead back in the day.
no.
That is a very great clip because he went to Charles' house and interviewed him there, and Charles
Cool.
Dude.
I retweeted it so you can find out my timeline. But yeah, he talks about how he auditioned and everything, and how he got the job, and it wasn't just a wahoo. It was like he just started spouting off and improvising things and just kept going and going and going.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I didn't. That sounded shady. I didn't mean.
No,
that
I was
shady.
kidding when I said it to you.
Yeah. Just cool. I don't know.
And the fact that like all of those other characters, like Wario and Waluigi and everybody else that he's done over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the things that people don't know, and I think that might have been what he originally auditioned for, is he's done a lot of stuff at various events. And at E3, they used to have like this animatronic puppet thing. So he was controlling the facial expressions and stuff.
What year was this?
Whoa.
What the hell?
Yeah, this is like 2002, 2003. Like I don't know how many years they did
Wow.
it. But like he would be like actually they would have cameras on the crowd and he would talk to people
Yeah.
specifically in the crowd
Wow.
in
Hey, you
Mario
turtle
voice.
talk.
Waiting in line. Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd say
Some like
waiting in
Star
line.
Tours shit,
Yeah.
dude.
And he would have just like the most unhinged stuff with Wario. There's like this thing where like Wario was in the center of this, like it was basically like a Wheel of Fortune type of thing, and like they'd spin the wheel and people would sit down and like you might win a Game Boy Advance or something.
Sounds fun.
But he would just like get the crowd worked up, and I remember one year he was getting everybody the chance, like Xbox sucks. Xbox sucks.
Oh, console wars!
In full effect. Oh my god.
I thought he was gonna make fun of the people like walking around or something.
He might have done.
or
He
something.
probably. He's not like a mean guy, so I don't think he would have quite.
I wonder
do
what
that.
Nintendo thought of that.
Yeah, I mean, that was not. It
Xbox. Like, oh, that's
was just
so
like a couple of years
funny.
before that they had the Conquer bar. So I don't know if
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Nintendo
yeah.
at that time would have.
Yo, is
been
there
too weird
footage of
about
that, dude? Anywhere? Anywhere?
People are
burned.
saying that they've seen footage of it online. So
they're
yeah.
liars.
Oh yeah, they saw that.
Yeah, I guess.
Nice. Yeah. So a lot
He
of.
also said his first game role was Mario Teaches Typing in 1991.
Yo, cool game.
Really?
I
Is that
played
true?
Sick.
I don't know. But that wasn't published by Nintendo. It was like a licensed thing. So that's interesting. Really interesting. But that doesn't. Huh. Maybe he wasn't Mario in that. Maybe he was something else.
I don't know. I'm
Because-
looking into it.
Yeah. Because it doesn't quite line up with what he said about the interview. But anyways. Next up, Xbox is releasing console wraps. So instead of having to buy a full-on
Place.
special edition Starfield or whatever, you can get a Starfield wrap. It just like hugs your
Why
console.
is it always camo, dude? Camo weapon skins.
Dude,
camo.
people-
And what is
Those
the
camo ones come out the same day as Call of
obsession?
Duty.
Same day as Call of
That's the
Duty.
same day as Call of Duty for
Makes
the camo
sense.
ones.
There you go.
November 10th.
I understand this. Yeah, it makes sense, Blood. I guess like you don't have to have a special disc called. It like sounds cheap to me, like putting just like a wrap around your console.
They look pretty high end.
Fabric.
though, when
I have to see it in person.
Yeah.
But I saw. I was like, that seems kind of cheap, dude. But
Yeah, I wasn't able to like grab the animation. It's
I
got the
don't know.
stills, but like the way they showed it on video, it was like,
It's like
it looks
I
pretty
don't know,
slick.
it's like putting a koozie around your your console, dude. I don't know.
And then the
Starfield one looks pretty cool.
yeah, the Starfield one is $50 coming out on.
$50,
dude. The freaking.
How much are the Spider-Man things?
Those are actually like
That's
plastic.
a special
though.
edition, dude. I bought the like black faceplate, and it was like 60 or
Yeah, that's $60 for black.
dude,
for nothing.
like a
This is
good
like a full design.
quality. I gotta.
not a sock, Blood.
Yeah,
Xbox
dude,
sucks.
I don't know.
Xbox sucks.
That seems like a lot.
I definitely want to see him in person. But
That
I
seems
don't-
like a lot.
Yeah.
I was thinking like $30 seems fair just from what I saw, but I would need to see it in person. That seems like a lot. I don't know.
So wait, is it like a sticker or like the
No,
the
it's-
picture? It looks like a Trapper Keeper cover that you like that just like you
Yeah,
put
it
on
just
there around
wraps
the
around
outside
your
of it?
console.
Yeah, there's like a thing on the back where it's like Velcro, but
Velcro, dude.
just it matches up. And,
So it's reused. You can't fuck it up. It's not like
right.
yeah. It's a koozie.
But yeah, so that Starfield is October 18th, $50, and then the camo ones are November 10th for $45.
Okay.
Oh, Starfield tax makes
Yeah.
sense.
Okay.
Got it. Todd
45.
tax.
Even that $5 seems much more bearable. Yeah, 45.
Steven Totillo,
You're a crazy person.
Steven Totillo got the scoop
Psychological, dude.
on the canceled sequel to Immortals: Phoenix Rising. So
Yeah.
go over and check that out over at Axios. Looks like it was meant to be Polynesian inspired.
Wind Waker.
They mentioned Wind Waker, as well as like local folklore stuff.
They mentioned Elden Ring as well.
Yeah.
I was like, what does that mean?
They were hoping to be more ambitious and break away from the Ubisoft formula, and then it got canceled.
Ubisoft loves their formula. Back to formula.
Back to formula.
What was interesting about his report is he mentioned that the first game was like done, like spit that out in a year.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And
They also
so-
sent it out to die.
yeah.
Put it like a month
Wasn't
after
there was a
Assassin's
project
Creed.
something? Maybe like there wasn't actually gameplay, but like we saw stuff
Yeah, I do
more than
remember
a
that.
year before it came out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
It's called
Gods and Monsters.
Yeah.
Liars.
Lies of Eves.
Lies of Eves.
Let's see. Oh yeah, a lot of it reminded me of Chia too. That was the other thing I was thinking when they were describing all this stuff. It's like this, it's a shape shifting and all this stuff. It's like this sounds
Yeah.
like Chia.
That's a franchise that definitely could have improved a lot with the sequel.
Big time.
Yeah.
Nice little start there.
Yeah.
Well, they were
Could've got a
also
lot more,
debating
though.
whether it was going to be pitched like actually released like as a sequel, or if it was just going to be another standalone game
Oh,
in terms of
Oh.
IP.
oh, I see.
Like it wouldn't have been called
okay,
Immortals
not-
necessarily.
okay, yeah.
Gotcha.
I
Yeah.
see. Okay.
Microsoft is ending sales of its Azure Connect camera. essentially bringing an end to the technology introduced on the Xbox 360 and packed in with the Xbox One. The latest version was introduced in 2019, was not marketed towards gaming, but was used in various workplace and research environments.
End of an era.
Yeah.
Milo.
Milo, dude.
Scam.
There were people that
was
used,
what's his name, right?
There were people that used it for some
Yep.
things, but
Project
yeah.
Milo.
This is a cool one. The Atari 2600 Plus was announced. A little on the pricey side, $129.99, but allows you to play all of those classic 2600, 7800 cartridges with an HDMI out, so you don't have to worry about screwing into little knobs and turning to channel 3.
That's sweet.
If that would even work on a modern TV, probably not. And it comes with a 10-in-1 cartridge with a lot of classics on it. And they're also reissuing some other cartridges.
What was the tank one called? That's the
Combat?
one. Combat. That's the one. That's the
I
one.
want to say that I think that one might be on the 10-in-1, but I don't remember for sure.
Is the one.
But they are Berserk is one of the ones. Breakout is one of the ones. They actually have another one that's like it's a Berserk or not Breakout is one of the ones. There's a 4-in-1 cartridge, and that pack also comes with 2 of the spinner paddle controllers.
Sweet.
Yeah, but the base unit comes with just like a regular, the joystick with 1 button, and then you can buy a separate joystick
So
for
awesome.
2-player. Yeah,
Game preservation. Mm-hmm. There it is.
There it is.
and
And
it's the old school wood paneling style.
Yeah.
2600. Yeah.
Excellent. Atari's doing it right. They just, with that collection from last year. And
Yeah.
Now this.
Hanging in there.
Yeah, it's really cool.
What's not really cool,
Oh.
Uh-oh.
BioWare
Oh.
is restructuring,
Dude.
and as a result, they are laying off about 50 people, including a lot of big-name veteran developers, key writers from Dragon Age, and all of that. Yeah.
Damn.
So
Not
they're
cool.
trying to figure out their workflow and basically talking like, yeah, the way that we worked in the past is not working.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
So they
Rough
did
times.
Andromeda and then Mass Effect Legendary Edition, and that's... Is there another game they did?
Anthem.
Anthem.
The Anthem's like the big one. Anthem's the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
In the series,
At least
what?
Legendary Edition was a big win.
Yeah.
That's
no, Legendary was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the series' latest bid to keep up with Fortnite, Lara Croft is coming to Call of Duty. I couldn't exactly confirm this date, but I think it's like August 30th is when that might drop.
Okay.
So
I saw a wild internet speculation that a new Tomb Raider could be announced around this.
Tomb Raider's already been announced.
Yeah.
No, like revealed or shown or
Oh,
like more
okay.
info or yeah.
I'm not sure
Wild
about
speculation.
that.
What do you think?
But yeah, I'm not.
Not buying it?
I'm not buying it that
Not
they would
buying
tie
it.
those two things together.
Well, it's not buying it.
Yeah. Unless they do like what they just did with Modern Warfare 3, where they like show a trailer or something in Warzone. That's the only thing I could see maybe happening.
That'd be kind of
Interesting.
cool, dude.
Yeah.
Yo, I would only use double pistols with that skin. It's the only way.
Yeah. Baldur's Gate 3 will launch on Xbox later this year. They've worked out a deal with Phil. Series S will not have split screen.
Ooh.
But it will have cross-save between Xbox and Steam.
So this is the first game to break that rule
Yeah.
where it needed to have parity
Yeah.
of
Yep,
both.
absolutely.
And that's the big deal. I saw some people
Yeah.
saying like, yo, what, like 1% of people are going to play split screen? Who even cares? It's people just causing, trying to feed the controversy. And it's like, it's the fact that the Series S is not getting the full game.
Yeah.
Basically.
Breaking the features.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the big deal.
Who is it was reporting that they were hearing behind the scenes at Gamescom developers were just like kind of like
Yeah, somebody tweeted about that. I
saying
forget who it
like
was,
they're
but
hearing
yeah.
like Xbox Series S like they really want
lot of
Microsoft
a lot of developers
to break
around
that
saying
dumb agreement so that they could just
Yeah.
make Xbox Series X versions and get this over with. Yeah.
Because I'm sure like, so much more money and time and everything to make. Like,
That's just holding
get,
back games.
yeah, and that too. It's like, jeez.
Yeah, I think it was the right call though to just bring it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and just
get
like,
it out.
whatever.
Just get it out
Like,
there.
You
Yeah.
got to get that game out there.
Yeah.
And then finally, Sony acquired audio and headphone company Audis. But it doesn't sound like they're planning to make any changes to their operations or whatever. It's just an
Just let
investment for
go.
them.
Okay.
These
Hard work.
guys make good headphones. They just introduced their own new
Yeah,
headphones and
InZone.
stuff. Yeah.
And they have like their own headset brand and stuff, InZone, which is like gaming. So interesting.
Yeah,
Unexpected, I guess.
for sure. It's time for love and respect.
Love and respect. That Rufus sound and roll.
Crunching, dude.
Yeah, I'm actually liking the crunch this time around.
Kind of good.
It's got a vibe.
Mute saxophone or something.
Smoker voice, dude.
Yeah, Tom Waits.
From my Latin lover, hola allies. After hearing Huber's
Bloodworth.
praises,
What?
after hearing Huber's praise of Alan Wake, I ended up streaming a full playthrough and loving it.
10 out of 10.
I'm very hyped for the next one.
Hell
and it
yeah.
Got me thinking, what is a don't sleep on this game for everyone else? I'd love to hear one from Blood, Damian, Isla, Gabby, Dawn, and Brad. So everybody's getting in this. I look forward to your podcast every week. Thanks for taking this question, and stay easy, fellow allies. So yeah, so I guess they said, Huber, yours counts because
Yeah,
that was
count
Alan
it.
Wake.
Alan
The rest
Wake,
of you are
baby.
on the hook.
The World Ends With You.
Heck
that game.
yes.
Play that game. And the sequel's very good, too.
Yeah.
Play both.
I do need to play the sequel. But yeah, the original is very, very interesting, especially with the controls.
Play it on
the
DS if you can, the
Yeah.
original. But it's on Switch and iOS, I think, also, if
Mm-hmm.
you can.
Did they ever put it on PC? I guess they didn't.
I don't know. I know the Neo in the World.
Yeah,
Ends With
Neo
You
is for
but
sure,
I don't know
but I
about
don't
the
remember if they
original.
did the
I'm not
original.
sure.
Can I say one anyway?
Nope. No,
Sure.
just kidding.
Please.
Yeah.
Guacamelee.
Oh,
Oh, two specifically.
Two specifically.
Two, yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Game does not get enough love. It's perfect.
All right, Damiani, Gabby, Dawn, Isla, anyone can jump in.
Outer Wilds?
Yeah.
Don't sleep
yeah.
on Outer Wilds.
Yes.
And if while you're not sleeping on it, also don't sleep on the Echoes of the Eye or whatever the
Yeah, I have
I have
Xbox.
definitely slept on it. It is installed.
the gorgeous
On my
gorgeous
Xbox.
DLC, which is basically like a sequel that fits within the game. It's genius. Best game ever made.
Do you like Talos or that more?
Oh crap! What
Talos Principle or that?
Yeah.
What a question!
Yeah. That?
Yeah.
Outer Wilds, yeah.
Nice.
Ooh.
Wow, no hesitation there. Wow. We'll see how Talos Principles 2 holds up to that.
Oh, Yes, Your Grace.
Nice
Oh.
pick.
Such a good one. Loved it. Also, Barbie Horse Adventures.
Hell yeah, Barbie Horse of It. Check out Trash Babies episode with that. Good game.
I did a don't skip on Trail Out last year, and
Yeah.
I said, let me check out this game again. I still haven't been hearing anything about it. Turns out they've been updating it, adding new tracks, adding new cars. I can't believe how much new content it is in this game that I'm still not hearing anything about. It's sick and lots of fun.
Was that the one with the mysterious?
Yeah, and I went on the other day, and there's randomly the 92 Batman Returns Batmobiles available in it, which no explanation. I have no idea how they even got in there. They might have just done that for me. So good looking out, thanks. But yeah, then it disappeared. It was gone the next time. I didn't find anything like written about it or anything either. It was very mysterious, but it's a sick game. Trail Out.
Nice.
We could do like a BB and Tina style mystery episode about that, Don. Too bad you weren't capturing. Yeah, Games Lose. Oh.
And then for me, the one I thought it was a little Gator game, which is getting
New Game Plus.
New Game Plus.
Beat
Yep.
you to it.
Well, because you interrupted, but yeah, sure. I knew about it before you knew.
Well, you told me about this game, and I want to freaking play it because of you, Blood. I saw this. I was like, dude, I was hoping you didn't know because I forgot to tell. I wanted to tell you that. I was about to say. I was like, oh, I gotta tell Blood. You might not see that.
They sent it to me before the embargo.
Oh, okay.
Before the
You're on the
announcement.
inside track
Inside
with
track.
them. Yeah.
Wait, we didn't get Damiani's.
Well, Hubert threw me off. I'm blanking. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 14.
I
There
thought
we
you were.
go.
I thought you were gonna say Gravity
Gravity Rush is a good
Ooh.
one.
That's what I thought you were gonna say.
Oh, I feel like it's too known.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I got Outer
I mean,
Wilds,
Alan Wake
then
is
it's
kind of
great,
on a
yeah.
Gravity Rush level.
Yeah.
No, Alan.
think,
I
yeah.
feel Gravity Rush is more known than Alan Wake.
Oh,
It
okay.
was Sony first party.
I know, but it was a Vita game that got PS4 port and
pushed
it's
it
it
pretty-
died after 2.
And then Gravity Rush 2, like I think they pushed it pretty decently.
Okay.
I think it.
How
got
about
more-
Tearaway?
Tearaway's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. What else did Damiani like?
Oh, but back to Little Gator Game though. If you don't know what the heck that is, yeah.
This is what I want to tell him. He loves it. It's his favorite game.
Blooded has a new game plus.
But, yeah.
They called me on the phone and told me that 6 weeks ago.
Basically,
Wait, FTL. Yeah, that's yours, Damiani.
That is
imagine
so
like
well
something that
known.
has like all of the kind of like sort of like joy of discovery and stuff of like something like Breath of the Wild, but like you just play in a weekend.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
You're just done.
Nice little like one and done or 2 nights and done.
Yeah.
But still like just feels really good and going around doing fun little quests for people and stuff.
Huber already knew that. But
But he said he hasn't played it yet.
Scarlet Nexus, Damiani? Is that
I was
small
thinking of
enough?
that, but that sold. Yeah, that was. I mean, new game, but like.
Damiani,
Sold
you're
well.
beating yourself up too much. We don't need to worry about your standards.
Everyone said like. Everyone said
There
like.
are
hidden-
no hidden
I
gems.
literally think
It
everyone
does not
said hidden
exist anymore.
gems.
No, there are no
Yes.
hidden gems anymore.
Yeah.
this podcast does not move on until Damiani
Yeah.
says a
It's just-
game.
Yeah, I'm not having this.
Yeah.
I thought. Like,
Give me a name.
Scarlet Nexus is the one I was thinking of.
Okay,
I was
there we
like,
go.
I feel like that's too well known.
That counts, dude.
We got it.
Yeah.
Cool game.
Excellent.
Sick.
From DJ Treacle. Hi, allies. I recently got a new 3DS XL
Sick.
for the first time and have been loving the 3D effect way more than I thought I would. The depth given to Mario 3D Land stages is so stunning,
Yep.
I prefer it to 3D World on the Switch. What are your thoughts on the 3D feature of the 3DS, and what were the best, worst implementations? I don't know if I can do that.
Dude, 3D Land.
3D
and
Land
Link
is the
Between-
best.
Oh, yeah.
Get Don over here.
3D
for
Land
sure.
and
3D.
Link Between Worlds, 10
So
out of
good.
10.
3D,
yeah.
really good.
And I want to hear Dawn go off on Streets of Rage right now. That's what I want to hear.
3DS, one of the most beloved systems. 3DS, is so good. Don't forget about Samus Returns. That was sick
Yeah.
as hell. Okay. Yeah. Huber brings up a really good. First of all, the Mario thing. I get up every time I can, then start banging the drum and saying, "Why on earth did they do 3D World 2D? It makes absolutely no sense." And when a lot of people still, believe it or not, for a Mario title, haven't played the 3D Land.
It's
After
the
you played
best.
that and you try to play 3D World, you're just like, "This is one of the biggest mistakes ever made in gaming
Abysmal
history."
trash.
Yeah, ever one of the
3D
biggest
Land is a
mistakes.
10 out of 10 for real.
But going back to Sega, I mean, it's not available anymore because they shut down
Oh,
the shop,
right.
But boy, oh boy, Huber, M2 and Sega did a marvelous thing with the 3DS. They released over 20 titles for sure, remastered perfectly in 3D. We're talking Space Harrier, we're talking Streets of Rage 1 and 2,
happening?
Sonic 1 and 2, Outrun. Oh, they look
Dude,
so
Outrun
good
in 3D sounds
just
so
the
good.
parallax and the layers and the crispness made a perfect marriage for a 3D remaster. So those are some of my most beloved titles, and they released a bunch of on the eShop, like just random games like that too that weren't by a big publisher, just 3D versions of games. So, but the Sega ones, oh, if you ever track down a friend with a fully loaded 3DS like mine, you got to borrow that thing and take a little tour.
Took it for a spin.
Masterpieces.
Yeah. And just in terms of the 3D in general, like it's one of those things where it's like I can kind of understand people that are like, yeah, just playing 2D or whatever because it makes my eyes tired or
Yeah,
whatever. But it's
totally.
like for me, it's like if I'm playing a 3DS game, like I just have to turn that thing on because it's like just the level of depth that's there. It's not even about a wow factor. To me, it's like, yeah, it's like turning a TV from like HD to SD kind of thing.
Yeah.
It just like I'm just not looking at the like I don't feel like I'm in the world in the same way.
Sure.
It just is such a great job of that, of making everything just feel solid. You know, or like going from like 60 FPS to like 30 FPS, that kind of thing. It's just like,
sure.
no, going back to 3D. Even if I'm like if it wears me out.
Yeah.
The depth is a good point. Blood brings up. You gotta keep this slider at max. all
Oh,
the time.
yeah.
Nothing
Definitely.
would have
Slider or
offended me
nothing.
more in the
Definitely.
3DS days. I go over. I was keeping an eye on people. Riding the train or bus into Defy. I'd see someone in the train car with their 3DS, and they had that slider on 25, 50%.
Straight
and
up.
I just say, "What are you doing?
Judge
what are you
eyes.
doing with your eyes, man?
Well,
Show
I think,
some respect."
I do think that there is that is a level of comfort with where your eyeballs sit. That's going to be person to person. But anyways.
No, we're gonna judge him.
Judge eyes.
Anyways, let's play a game. From Sponge J1. With the news that Charles Martinet, our beloved voice of Mario and more, is stepping back from the voice role this year, I decided it would be fun to honor him by remembering the voices he's done that don't belong to our favorite Italian plumber. Below, I've listed some voice roles that Martinet may or may not have done. And it's up to the panel to correctly answer which were voiced by Martinet and which were not. So just a yes or no on these characters. Prostitute and Billy Bob from Police Quest Open Season 1993.
Yes?
Sure.
No.
I'll go with yes.
That's a yes.
Damn. Did Nintendo know about that?
Probably get that off the resume.
Keep it
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
First time I've ever heard Blood say the word prostitute in my entire
That'll be the
life.
last.
That was
Flip
to
it.
play it louder, so yeah.
Well, that was Police Quest. That was a Sierra. Yeah. Brian Irons in Resident Evil 2.
Wait.
No.
Brian Irons? No.
No.
Wait. Chat suggests instead of yes or no, we should say Martin Yay or Martin Nay.
Say what you want to say. If you want to do it.
Martin.
You were
Nay.
very convinced.
I know.
That's actually going to be hard to tell.
I can
No,
hear
don't do
it.
that.
I can
It's going to be hard on the
Just
listener.
say
No.
yay or nay.
Everybody's gonna die.
Yeah, there's no way.
Chief Irons.
No,
Yeah, way.
I'm going no.
No.
Martin Nay?
That's a no.
No.
Yeah.
Nice.
Goji Rokaku from Jet Set Radio Future 2002.
This seems like
I've
a
never even
yes.
played this
That's
game.
so random and
It
has to be
seems
yes.
like a yes.
Sure. Yeah. That sounds fun. Jet Set Radio vibes. Let's go. Yeah.
No.
That's a yes.
All right.
Gimli from The Lord of the Rings, The Third Age in 2004.
Oh man, that'd be so fun. I'm gonna say yes
I
just for
wanna
vibes.
say
Dude, I hope
yes.
so for his sake.
That game was
Yeah.
No.
kinda cool.
That's a yes.
Yes.
Oh, dude.
Toss me.
That's me. Never trust an elf.
Yeah. The filthy elf. Yeah.
Never thought I'd die next to an elf.
Not the beard. Not the beard.
Oh, there's some stingers in there. Green Goblin and Craven in Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions
Love
2010.
Shattered Dimensions,
Both.
dude.
I want to say yes, but no.
I'm gonna say no.
No?
Dude, Shattered Dimensions rips.
That'd be sick if he's yes.
Did I guess?
I'll say no.
That's a no.
No.
That was a GameFly game. Fuck yeah.
Orvis from Ratchet and Clank Future: A Crack in Time 2009.
I don't remember who that is.
I think that's Ratchet's Lombax person,
No.
the older dude. I'm gonna say no. No, that's Azeroth or whatever his name
I'll
was.
say yes.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah.
That's a yes.
Yeah.
Alex in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike 1999.
No.
Oh
No.
my gosh.
No.
Alex. That'd be so funny, dude.
Was it? No.
That's a no.
Okay.
That's a no. Mugshot from Sly Cooper 2002.
Wow. That'd be cool. I'll just say no. I have no idea though.
I'll go with Brad because
I have no idea.
I know. I'm going with you though.
I'll go yes.
I'll go yes just so it's even.
That's a no.
Yeah.
Ah.
And last one, Parthenax from the Elder Scroll V Skyrim 2011. The
Say
old
sure.
dragon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that's actually very. That's one of the more well-known ones, actually.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised nobody just like pinged it right off the bat.
It's me, dragon.
And here's a fun fact to end on. Martinet holds the Guinness World Record for the most performances of the same character in gaming, voicing Mario in over 100 titles.
Wow, dude, that's a lot of wahoos.
That is a lot.
That's amazing, dude. Shout out. I did check, and they were right. First Mario role was Mario Teaches Typing.
Oh.
91.
Interesting. It's time for bets. This week's bet. Oh, this is a fun one. Wednesday, August 30th, sees the release of extremely powerful capybaras. Quote, an epic 1 to 4 player co-op, online and local, bullet hell featuring adorable and dangerous cappies. Simple question. How many images of capybaras will be in the launch trailer or the most recent trailer? This includes player characters, statues, ability icons, engravings on walls, etc. It will not include icons and things that are just like a paw or a disembodied set of teeth.
It's not a simple question.
In the release date
Complex
trailer
question.
that came out this week, which was 1 minute and 8 seconds, I counted 99 capybaras. How many will the next one have? Brad?
101 capybaras.
101 capybaras. Hubert?
55!
Hell yeah.
Damiani?
No!
What is it? 101?
No!
Wow.
Damn, dude, we're too connected. Scarlet Nexus and now this.
Isla.
I said 99.
Oh,
that was what I
keeping
was-
it
I
even,
was
or if
right
they
at
don't have a new
99,
trailer.
Yeah, if they don't have a new trailer.
Let me. Someone else could pick 99 too. I was like, damn it.
What's Don got?
Don, what do you got? 44.
Shoot.
Damn.
Wow, that's a low.
Don
It's low, dude.
undercutting me.
And then I got the high then. 118.
Oh, that's a good number.
That is, yeah, that's disgusting.
I should have done 108 for Fifth Element.
Nice. Last week's bet. Armored Core 6 is out in like an hour?
Good
I don't know when you
Yeah.
can
It's out.
get
It's
that.
places
It's
right.
on Steam.
Some people already got
Oh
it.
my god.
Some people are pulling it
Get out of my
Fuck.
face.
End the podcast.
And video game
Reviews.
releases.
Reviews went up yesterday. And last week, I asked how many times I would find the words Souls, Souls-like, and Souls-born
Good bet.
in the top 10 English reviews on OpenCritic. Brad bet 10. Isla bet 16.
I would bet 15.
Damiani also bet 16.
Oh, right.
Don bet 15.
Yeah.
I bet 31. The results. IGN, Mitch, 0. PC Gamer, 3. Eurogamer, 5.
Eurogamer.
Games Radar, 3. Metro Game Central, 11.
Holy shit.
Well, Blood won.
11?
Game Informer, once.
Once
Polygon,
that's all I need.
2. GameSpot, 2. Kotaku, 3. And Destructoid, 2.
32.
Wow.
32, which gives me the win with the high
Wow. Good bet, bud.
and brings the scores
You
to
missed it by 1, dude. That was
Great bet.
incredible.
Garrulous Ducks, 22. Quack, 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 quack.
Quack, quack, quack.
Sleepy Grizzlies, 16.
Dude, you only need one per review if you do it.
Yeah.
Just one.
These bears can talk.
Oh, it's sleep talking.
Sleep talking. Sleep talking.
Yeah.
They can only talk when they're asleep. They can't speak when they're conscious.
I'd
I
probably
mean,
have
we
two.
saw bears like
I'd have
working the docks today,
Intro.
so
True.
One more.
Yeah.
Intro, one more. Souls. Yeah.
let me tell you about patreon.com/easyallies. Everything that we do is funded by our community. We are only able to do the things that we do because listeners and viewers just like you are able to pitch in and give us a little bit every month and keep all of this stuff rolling, keep all our reviews and our podcasts and streams and everything going. And I mentioned this last week, but we'll throw it in again because it's a fun stat. If even a quarter of the people that listen to this podcast chipped in $5 a month, all the bills will be paid. We'd be able to do all kinds of fun things like flying around. We could fly out to Gamescom.
Meet everybody.
Yeah, we could have some other people around if we wanted to. All kinds of stuff that we could do with just 25% of the listeners on just this show.
Wow.
Yeah. And remember, if you can't give, that's totally cool because, again, it's about that community, the people that can give, make it happen, and then other people can listen as well. But if you can, consider doing that. Just $5 a month gets you this podcast 2 days early. It gets it to you ad-free on Patreon. You get 2 bonus Love and Respect questions. You get to go in there and submit your Love and Respect questions and games and things like that. And not only on this show, but on like Fast and Loose and some other things like that. Frame Trap, reaction shots. And then you get in that Discord where they're voting on top 10s. I'm not sure. I forgot to check whether the top 10 is still voting right now. But they're voting on best games to play in one night.
Oh.
Yeah.
A Bloodworth
Very good
favorite.
All time, not just 1 year. All time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Journey.
That's a very good one. I think there are a lot of nominees on this one too that they're voting on. Yeah.
And Chad, if you don't know, Fast and Loose is our like craziest podcast. Things
Yeah.
get bonkers on there. And you
Shot in
can
a car
only see that if
recently.
Yeah, we shot it from my car the other day because it was so hot. Stuff like that. It's insane.
Yeah.
And that's only if you're a patron.
Yeah. And then we have all kinds of other rewards. You get to submit to Q&A. You get, if you get up to those $100 tier, you get to have Brandon Jones read some nonsense. A lot of people taking advantage of that. Actually, one of the ones people will see the results of in a community showcase, and it is amazing. So watch those community showcases. It may not be this month. It might be the next month, but keep an eye out for that. And then our platinum producers, they get shout-outs on this podcast every week, as well as shout-outs on Frame Trap and Reaction Shots. This month's shout-outs go to Jabawebs, Elthanis, and Greg, the Dark Knight Kettering. Shout out.
Shout out.
I won that bet, so I get to promote any Easy Allies video I'd like to promote. I get the final word on anything I've disagreed with, want to reiterate, or just popped in my head. And I get to sign off with my trademark. Sign off. Video, I'm going to go with Brad's Armored Core 6 review in progress. Wasn't able to get the multiplayer in there yet.
Couldn't find a single match.
Yeah, but everything else was ready to go.
Yep.
So he made the call,
Yep.
like, let's just do it. That's what we got. So good stuff there, and sweet game. And just stay tuned for that score. No, you want that number. But we held it back
Yeah.
until the full
We
thing
couldn't
is
give it a
done.
score yet.
No,
Yeah.
man of integrity.
Yeah, there's no way.
Scruples.
Final word, I think the Xbox wraps are pretty cool, actually. Like, I've never, ever taken advantage of buying, like, special edition systems and wouldn't, but I have an Alan Wake faceplate on my Xbox 360, so, you know, that's the kind of thing that works for me. So, thank you very much for giving people an alternative there, and we'll see you before the next Blood Moon rises.
And Shenmue.
The Easy Allies would like to thank our Patreon podcast producers. We apologize in advance for all the ally names we are about to misspell and mispronounce. Jabawabs, Elthanis, Greg the Dark Knight Kettering, Bradley Spees, Forever Ender, Jay Shee, Jesper Popmel Dufay, Rob Bob Will, Roy Sung, Stomps, 44 Stars, Alexander Zirianov, Anacroth, Andreas Risberg, Andri, Aurelien Grenier, Beaten Down Brian, Brandon White, Brian Kruger, Colton Piccione, Daniel Martinek, Dave Red, David Wilson, DBA, Dimitri Zetas, Douglas Chomich, Edward Gonzalez, Faraz Rizvi, Garrett Holfish, G. Levin, Hayden Hargraves, Happy Gaming, Hesperus84, Isaac Swanson, Jesse Blue, Jesus R., Kroldemort, Leif, Matthew Pauling, Miguel Rivas, Mo Grant, Paul Sway, Pete Shoemaker, Ronka Q, Raylon, Raymond Wheeler III, Ritz 1906, Robert Stoffel, Sage Mode Q, Sam Handrick, Sigma, S-Snake 24, Stepan Hakobian, The Banana Forklift Killer, Chum Nguyen, Zio VGN, Zigazich, Anish Dor, Aaron Haney, Accounts Payable, Adam Henry, Alex McMillan, Alex Monaco, Alex AI, Anthony F., Anthony Galvin, Anthrioni, Antonio Coyne, Arthur Lau, Osteel, Austin, Barry Tomasini, Benjamin Miller, Bob Starling, Brian Foster, Bryce Hornsby, Bunny Chen, C.S. Lewis, Katie Garza, Chief Uhu, Chris Eccles, Christopher Santis, Clay Roberts, Colin Montaut, Connell Sumlin, Corey Jackson, Corey Landega, Crumb Eyes, Culinary Stud, Cyberboa, Dan Sebring, Daniel Kozlowski, Daniel Wong, Davy Cakes, David Aniki, Delisi, DF, Diogo, DRD 7 of 14, Edison S. Prada Jr., Enya Hink, Eric Crone, Eric Tobias, Eric, Aspen Gotchman, Ethereal Ether, Felipe Barbosa, Fishflop, Forrest, Project, Gabriel Aberg, Gabriel Roy, Gabriel Smith, Jen Cruz, Gino Elite, Graham, Gustav Strombaum, Helen Y, Hitman 47, Isun Chor, Ian Anderson, Isaiah Matthews, Ivan Swade, Jack Forrest, Jan Nicholas Frogshirt Tealk, Gerald, Jesse Fish, Jesse Wilkeson, Joey Bruno, Joey Din, John McCullough, Jonathan Gonzalez, Jordan Phillips, Junya Motomura, Carl Williams, Keegan Boyle, Kevin Gillet, Leon Keys, Linson Wu, Lister, Luis Ibarra, Lion Crown 19, Marco Hernandez, Materia Addict, Matthias Clare, Matthew T. Ryan, Max Miller, Mazrim Tame, Megadet, Mikey Mizek Novak, Mr. Anarchy, Mr. Madity, Nefertiti Jenkins, Nero, Nycrypt, Nikhil Sharma, Ninja Kitty Meow, Ono Turtle, Orugachino, Pablo Rodriguez, Paradigm, Patrick Held, Pixelated, Pojo TMC, RF Switch, Rainmaker, Ray Aldiar, Reed Johnson, Richard Ma, Robert J. Williamson, Robert Seven Lee, Robin, Ryan Rutger, Salvers, Sam Sorensen, Samuel Copeland, SD Prima, Sebastian Trier, Shauna Bowman, Sean Johnstone, Simon Anderson, Cito, Sneaky Gato, Splontot, Steps, Stone Soup VT, Strikeout NZ, Saltab, Taffy 9K, T-Beaks 15, Tim Strothman, Tim O'Keefe, Toad Shadow, Tokyo Slim, Tomovi Kioni, Travis Ing, Trevor Thomas, Trizac, V8 Dave, Willow Pingree, Wouter DeHaze, WTF Master Mike, Yami Zetsumi, Zach Hardy, Zach Wojnar.